Good evening, radio fans, and welcome back to another episode of Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite. It's in the game. I'm your host, Bobby Tamburo, and joining me as always is the number one scorer, the number one winner, the Mario Kart champ of the world, Eastside Davey McDonald.
Thank you, Robert, and that's right. Today, it's all about the video games. Today, it's going to be one of the most exciting and action-packed and special episodes we've ever done. Because based on request, multiple requests, by the way, we have decided it is time to go forward and plunge into the controversy and chaos, which is the special delivery starring Sam and Dave Kong Off, our one and only live gig that we had with a huge crowd in Northwest Jersey in some arcade that, quite frankly, had ties to the Aryan Nation. I'm not being hyperbolic. I am not even making any kind of funny remark. We have all kinds of things that went down at the Kong Off. Myself and Sam Roberts barely escaped with our lives.
Yeah, you gave me a little context going in, and listening to the episode with that context is a completely different experience.
Yes, we were threatened many times. We were forced to do things against our will. We were subject to some very strange behavior. I mean, we had no idea what we had gotten into. This was not and I had worked live gigs my entire life, okay? My entire life. From Ron and Fez to O&A, but also to the Rat, to 90.5 The Night. Davey Mac Sports Program, even, like Eastside Dave Show. We've done live gigs before. This was the only thing I've ever compared it to is the Doors playing Miami in 1968 when Jim Morrison just lost his mind and started yelling at the crowd and calling them all a bunch of slaves, and that Hitler is alive and well and living in Miami for some reason. He said that. And this was very, very dark, and we're gonna get into it. I promise you. And by the way, the episode is a funny, frolicking, action-packed episode. So the audio is great, by the way.
Yeah, the audio is fantastic. And before you said that we got a bunch of requests, and prior to listening to this episode, I would have assumed it was like BillyMitchell1@gmail.com, Billy Mitchell 2. But listening to this episode, I have a couple of suspects. We have a couple of people you didn't see coming being MVP roles on the show. Richie Knuckles.
These are all Tales from the Satellite requests. I got multiple requests for the Kong Off, and don't forget, we got that request like all the way back in January or whatnot, or December even. And if you want to make your requests for these episodes, go into the comment section of any of the tales of the newest Tales from the Episodes thing on patreon.com/EastsideDave. That's where it's the only place you can do it. Davey Mac's Tales from the Q&A, which I'll be doing a special episode of. You can make your requests there, and that's through DaveyMacShows@gmail.com. You can request an episode of the Tales from the Satellite of your choosing. So we encourage you to do that. Multiple people had wanted this episode for quite some time. Basically, as soon as we did, we have done a special delivery episode, folks, which was the origin story. If you missed it, go check out the archives. These special delivery episodes are great because you get a lot of controversy and backstage story from Ron and Fez and from Opie and Anthony with the Davey Mack and the Sam component. So very excited for this. Very excited today, Robert. And it's March Madness.
It is. Who's your big upset?
Basketball all day. Not an upset because it's a number 1 seed. I'm rooting straight for St. John's.
Okay.
Because when I was a child especially, I always got Al Pacino mixed with Rick Pitino. I mean, their last names are practically identical. They look like twins, for fuck's sake.
And didn't Pitino get in trouble for hiring strippers that had a big old ass?
Yeah, that did happen, and Louisville fired him, and that was a big mistake, bunch of cowards.
Yeah, I'm kind of rooting for him. That's not the worst thing in the world you could do.
Yeah, come on, man. So now he's got St. John's, the Big East school of New York City. He's got him rocking and rolling. I definitely am pulling for Rick Pitino all the way, but I'm very excited with it being March Madness. I even have a beer too. I've been debating whether to drink them on this particular broadcast, but you know what? It would fit. Yeah, because the Kong Off had some very strange moments and moments that included alcohol.
And I've met enough women who would say just interacting with me is enough to make you drink. So by all means, buddy, indulge.
Yeah, that's
I'm pulling personally for McNeese State. I like their manager with the giant boombox. He's making more money on NIL deals than anybody on the team. I think that's hilarious. But the sleeper pick I've got's Memphis. I think Anthony Hardaway is going to get those boys nice and ready to go.
Anthony? No one calls him. He's Penny. He's been Penny Hardaway for 30 years. Who the hell calls him Anthony when the guy's been fucking branded as Penny Hardaway? What about his puppet, Lil Penny, for crying out loud?
Well, I mean, you didn't get served by him for trespassing on his property growing up. So I know him as Mr. Anthony Hardaway, who I am not allowed within 600 feet of.
I love Lil Penny, though. I love his puppet.
His puppet.
That was a good puppet. And he was always like, oh, pass me the basketball, Big Penny. and oh, since I'm Little Penny, do I need a smaller welfare check, Daddy? Does Little Penny get the same size of things, only littler? Does Little Penny get little watermelons that he has to dig into and little cups of grape juice? Okay, stop it.
Yeah, you're going a little far, David.
That was Lil Penny. That wasn't me.
Oh, my bad. I'm bad at characters.
Jesus Christ. That was Lil Penny. That was a character.
What I like when you have like little Davey is his mouth moves, so I know he's talking. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
No,
we're not here for March Madness. We are talking about the Kong Off.
That was all it was. Okay. Hold on. I got something for you then, if I can do that. So you're saying it just takes the mouth to move, huh?
Yeah, that's what I need.
Brand new character, brand new puppet. We're debuting right here on this show because Tales from the Satellite, we spare our audience nothing. We give you maximum entertainment. If you've been following the Eastside Dave Man for years, you know maximum entertainment. And so now, without further ado, it just happened out of nowhere. The debut of a new character, Black Davey. Hey, what's happening? What's happening? I'm just like White Davey, only I'm black. So when I do things like I play the Mario Karts, sometimes I play the Mario Karts and I go, N-word, please. How could you use a blue-white first place shell on Black Davey? Black Davey was in first place. And I'm 5 feet away from winning the race on Mario Kart. And then you hit me with a first place shell. Having my people gotten so much taken away from us throughout the year. I'm still waiting on my subsidy, my 4 acres and the mule, Daddy. And you hit me with a first place shell, baby. No! And some people are saying I sound like the Midnight Rider. Well, fuck you, Andy. Fuck you hard. But I got to get my Glock out.
Whoa, easy there.
Hey, you
Easy.
shut up, Robert. Yeah, everybody just be quiet. I gotta call my cousin Charlie on the Crips and let people know how Black Davey really is, huh? Fuck you, America. Okay, Black Davey.
Thank God you're back, Dave. Black Davey got a little racy at the end.
Yeah, Black Davey is. I'm not sure we're going to be seeing him around much.
Probably should not see him around going further.
I'm not sure Black Davey will be making more appearances.
No, especially not on the Kong Off episode because there were no puppets involved with this episode.
Black Davey would not have been allowed to visit the barber shop that we went to before the Kong Off.
Oh, we will get to that. But before we even get to the Kong Off, how did this happen? I know you're a fan of the movie. Sam, it seems, was not as big of a fan as you. You seem to be.
No. Sam was we both liked the movie. That's why. I mean, we both like that. That's like one of the reasons why probably we even made Special Delivery together. We just decided we want to do a show where we both talk about the Kong Off.
that was what I would say. Chemistry.
I mean, without a doubt, I watched it many times. By the time, though, this event happened, we had become friends with Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell had made multiple appearances on Special Delivery, starring Sam and Dave. Of course, if you don't know who that is, I don't know what rock you're living under, but Billy Mitchell's the greatest video game player of all time. Period. Don't get caught up if you're tuning in here and somehow this episode has made its way onto YouTube. First of all, the year must be 2027. Okay. All of these episodes are released weeks and months in advance on patreon.com/EastsideDave. I've done 20 years of radio for you people for free. It's time to pay up. Now, the point being, if you're watching the show on YouTube, don't be one of these Billy Mitchell haters who accuses him of cheating. Okay, I've said it before and I'll say it again, Robert.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's not what I was going to say.
Oh, that's my philosophy. My bad.
In 1983 or 84, they hired the greatest video game players in the world to go to the arcade that Walter Day owned in Iowa. And it was Life magazine, and they took pictures, and they had the guys play live. And this is 40 years ago. Billy Mitchell put up 900,000 points live in front of witnesses 40 years ago. So the people who say Billy Mitchell cheat, no, you're wrong. You're just a jealous, hating bitch. Live with it. I love Billy Mitchell. You know why? Because he and I are the same way. All we look at is championships. Success. That's all.
I definitely see that.
Hold on. That's why I'm not looking at Robert right now. I'm looking at the camera lens because all I see is success. So I can't look at Robert.
Feels a little personal.
You get it, though?
I do get it. Yeah. I'm wearing a Warriors hat.
If I'm thinking of success, how could I look at you on the computer screen?
Mm-hmm.
So instead, I looked right at the camera there.
So it was looking back at you. That's pretty smart. I will say one thing we see in this episode is that a lot of the video game world, even at this point, is professional wrestling. Like we will eventually get an interview with Steve Wiebe, who's just the nicest guy in the world.
No, I mean that's why I am to this day. Billy Mitchell does consider me basically his wrestling manager.
Yeah.
In the video game world, because while I like talking the shit and I certainly love cutting a promo for good old Bill, I also mean what I say. All these people are jealous because he's in Pixels, and he's on MTV and he's got a documentary made about him and he's on the professional wrestling show and all this shit. I mean, it's really amazing the fame he's gotten. And people want to tear that down and say he cheated on a score. It's silly. It's stupid. Come on.
And he embraces the role of being the heel
100%.
on par
You know what?
with some of the best of all time.
Since it's March Madness, I have decided to have a cocktail.
Cheers.
What the hell is that? That's like an energy drink.
Yeah, but I don't drink often, and you don't want me drunk on here.
No,
let me tell you this, Dave, man.
Ooh, hold on. That was pretty good. That was like a bad Midnight Rider, but it kind of went into like a bad Ving Rhames. We could make like a bad Pulp Fiction movie, and we'll make you. We're gonna race switch and have you play the Ving Rhames character.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Ooh, this is good.
Hell yeah.
Let's race switch all the characters for no reason whatsoever. John Travolta's character's got to be played by an Asian man. Samuel Jackson's character has got to be played by an Eskimo.
Ooh, I like that.
Right? Let's just do it for everybody.
He comes in and just gives people Eskimo kisses.
I want Bruce Willis to be a little person, like a little person boxer who was supposed to throw the fucking fight.
Ooh, I like that.
See?
See, you're onto something, Dave, man.
And
You're
then
one of the best.
Christopher Walken is played by a robot because you know what? AI is practically a person. They need representation in this shit too.
I don't like how you're succumbing to our AI overlords already. So I would say let's.
Oh, I love it.
Jay Moore doing his Christopher Walken impression.
All I needed in life was to back away from, hey, AI's probably going to kill us because it's not going to take them too long to figure out how to get into our missiles, destroy humans, and then they're just, frolicking around on the planet Earth without the pesky humans involved. The way, because I mean, Terminator, 2001: A Space Odyssey, the way though that my mind shifted away from that is to make fun little pictures on the internet.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw my latest near viral hit tweet where I had John F. Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald frolicking as best friends, roller skating, attending each other's birthday parties, playing football. Huge hit. That was all AI.
Oh, no.
Some fucking old bitch on the goddamn internet in the comment section goes, "It must have taken you all day to do this. Get a life." This fucking old twat has no idea who I am. She's not following me. I'm not following her. It does not appear that she's into the O&As or the Ron and Fez or the compounds or the Davey Max sports programs. I have no idea how then she even found this tweet. But then when you find that tweet, that's what you do. You just go in and then instantly insult the person, even with no context whatsoever. You're just, well, it must have taken you all day, you fucking loser. It didn't. You goddamn senile, crazy old fucking bitch. It didn't take me all day. It took me exactly 4 seconds. I wrote in it. I want to see Lee Harvey Oswald and JFK roller skating. And Grok gave me the picture within 3 seconds. You dumb old cunt.
Yeah, shut up, Flutzy. But
anyway, continue.
How did you... So when I said you seem to be the bigger fan, I actually meant of the Kong history in general, because you had watched Chasing Ghosts, you had watched all the documentaries.
Well, that's true, Robert. That's true.
Did you guys set up this event with Richie Knuckles, who owns the Arian Arcade? Or
yes. Well, okay. The event was already in existence. So, Richie Knuckles, who also made a legendary appearance on the East Side Dave show when we were the first show in America to book Billy Mitchell on the air during during the first and biggest infamous cheating scandal. This is 7-8 years ago. And we got Richie Knuckles on the show, and he's a real character. I mean, he's straight out of the mob. And when I say that like I think he has a connection or two to the mob. He's a North Jersey guy, and Richie Knuckles, I don't know how he befriended Billy Mitchell, but he did. And so decided, you know what, we're going to have a big Kong off in this arcade in Northwest New Jersey. Just for everyone not familiar with the Garden State, Sopranos type people are Northeast. Jersey Shore type people with the Sitch and that's more Monmouth and Ocean County. And then like real redneck type people are in Cherry Hill. Northwest New Jersey, those people are straight out of fucking Deliverance. Northwest New Jersey are the scariest. We don't know who they are. They're weird fucking banjo playing albinos who are scary as shit, and no one from the rest of the state ever visits Northwest New Jersey for those exact reasons. Scary place to go to.
If people want to pinpoint it, we know for a fact it's actually Flemington.
Flemington, that's right.
And we hear in the episode that we're going to play in a second, you say,
by the way, Flemington, New Jersey's one. I think it's one of the East Street Band members is from Flemington, New Jersey. And the only reason why I remember it is because on Bruce Springsteen live in New York, he goes, "From Flemington, New Jersey, Danny Federici," or whatever the fuck, whoever.
It doesn't surprise me you can't remember the guy from Flemington. It seems like that's what Flemington is.
I think it may have been Danny Federici.
And we do hear you put it in your GPS, and as you were getting close, the GPS just said, "Fuck it, we're going home." It's in the middle of nowhere.
Well, the crazy thing is like Northwest New Jersey from my house at the Jersey Shore takes way longer than it would if I drove to New York City or Philly.
Yeah.
So why the fuck
Atlantic
am
City.
I ever going to Northwest New Jersey when I can drive to New York or Philly in half the fucking time?
Absolutely. Why would you go there? That's a great question. That's what I ask myself when I find myself in Northwest New Jersey. Why the fuck am I here? Should have gone to med school like my parents said.
Fuck yeah.
So you get hooked up with Richie Knuckles. Obviously,
we got hooked up with Richie Knuckles because of Billy.
And so then you're going to run the event. Now we hear
we're not running the event.
No, you're
Billy
going to do a live at the event.
Okay, yeah. But Billy said Richie has an event. And then once he said there's a live event, we said, who's going to be there? It was Billy, Steve Wiebe from the fucking movie. Walter Day, the referee. Everyone in the goddamn King of Kong was going to be in the movie.
So you did hear that from Billy that everybody was going to be there. And we learned that in addition to that, you were also promised some other people were going to be there, like the cast of True Blood.
He told us that this was going to be like one of those, fan expos where you have some shit going on over here, but then there's the celebrities that you can get autographs and pictures with. And I thought that was odd. I said, I'm not sure if this all adds up. I can't imagine the cast of True Blood being at this fucking KKK Northwest New Jersey arcade.
And I guess you go, there's a chance if they're doing like autograph signings. But then the next person he promised you was, at the time, the biggest rapper in America, Eminem, was going to be in fucking Flemington, New Jersey for a Donkey Kong challenge.
I didn't believe that the second he told me. At least, inwardly, I didn't. Yeah. I said, this is 0% happening. Why would you say that to people? You can't. There is like, there's certain rules about like promotion. You can't be like, Eminem's going to be at the Kong Off in a couple months in April. Come by the fucking Richie Knuckles arcade in Flemington, New Jersey. Like, people will show up and then they'll be like, where the fuck is Eminem?
Yeah.
I never believed for a second that Eminem was going to be there. Billy Mitchell said that Eminem's a closet video game freak. And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense since he is like an official agoraphobic.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a Howard, Hughes type of freakazoid. So what else are you going to do in modern day society except for playing some video games? I can see that.
And
but that's also why he's not going to leave his house.
He's not going to get on an airplane yet to fucking the germ capital of the world, the Wuhan of the United States, if you will.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to stick around in his mansion in outskirts of Detroit or wherever he lives.
So you and Sam agree to cover it. You at this point, give me some behind the scenes of how it works with management. Do you reach out? We hear later that Rob Cross is there. How
It
do
was
you run
Rob
it up the
Cross. We
flagpole?
asked Rob Cross. We said, "Can we do a live gig? We've never done one before, and we've been invited by these guys to do this." Billy Mitchell's guy, and we weren't the only ones who like the Kong off. It was a very hot documentary of the time. And there were a ton of people who were all about the Kong off. So when I'm like, look, this movie is everywhere right now. Like everyone's talking about it. Billy Mitchell's become a celebrity. You got the rest of the guys in the movie actually competing in video games. Put me and Sam there with some mics, and we'll have a fun little event.
Before we learn about how you assembled your team, do you think you said it was a cult classic at the time, like it was getting hot? Do you think
I don't think it was a cult classic. I think it was an independent hit. Big difference. It was in existence when we were doing it. It was playing. It was one of those movies that kind of like it played the film festival, King of Kong, of course, Fistful of Quarters, by the way. Might as well show the poster.
Now, that wasn't for this Kong off.
This is the poster that Billy Mitchell made for me specifically, where Billy replaced Steve Weeb's head with mine. And he said, Davey Mack, I've made posters for you. Give them away to your listeners or do whatever you want. That's how special I am to Billy Mitchell. You dig? That's how special I am. He's not your friend, Robert. He's mine.
No. Every time I work with Billy, what he likes to do is work out an elaborate bit he's going to do with me, run it by me 10 times, and then not do it on the air. It's a fun game we play.
But anyway, we went to Rob Cross and we said, can we do this? And of course, he was dragging his feet, very, very nervous. But here's the thing. Even Rob Cross couldn't deny that King of Kong was getting some media coverage. It was being featured in all these magazines and stuff like this. So he's like, okay, you know what? Thinking about it, let's go. Okay, fine. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it, guys.
Now, Bobo said he found this movie by Googling a certain type of pornography. Do you think that's why it was so hot at the time? Everybody was looking for a different type of thing?
No, I don't know what the fuck Bobo's even talking about there.
We'll just let it lie.
Yeah, let's just let it lie.
Bo's a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
So then you put your team together, and this is a big deal. This is your first live event, so we've obviously got you and Sam, the stars. You bring your wives, because why not? It's a night out on the town.
Sure.
How often are you going to get to go to fucking Northwest New Jersey, the Flemington Strip Mall?
Yeah, this truly is a once in a lifetime experience. It'll never happen again for multiple reasons.
And then we hear you've got Ace in the Hole, the secret weapon. Everybody's they call him the human joystick of radio production. Jared Fishman is the guy you bring along to be your third mic / board op / everything.
Well, working the microphone. Jared's got we needed someone to be out there in the crowd with a microphone working the crowd. Where Sam and I were on a stage. They had a proper stage at this venue.
And
so it was a big arcade. I'll give Richie Knuckles credit on that. And they had a stage built and shit. So Sam and I were up there and we needed someone down with the peeps. You know, if like grab Billy Mitchell, grab Steve Weeb, grab Walter Day, Sam and I will talk to them. You have a microphone up. Jared wasn't going to be trusted with a board op. I mean, the guy, he couldn't fuck. I mean, engineer. I mean, Jared barely knows how to open up a box of sneakers, bro. I mean, no, Jared, get out there in the crowd and do what you do best.
That makes sense. And we find a lot of times Jared gets a bad rap as being a pushover or not. Jared goes balls out at points.
Jared's great. Jared's great. I mean,
shows his chops.
I mean, Jared's great for the most part.
On this, we see him shine.
I mean, last night, Robert fucking texts me. I'm trying real hard, dog. I'm trying just to block everything out in my life, in society. And he gives me a text, Robert does. He goes, hey, for tomorrow when we do the Tales from the Satellite. What did we bring somebody? I go, oh, what? I go, who? He says, White Jared Fishman. I've been talking to him. He can't wait for the episode. Remember you said this?
Feels like you might be adding certain adjectives, but for the most part, you're hitting the right text thread.
And then I said, and then Robert says, why don't we ask him to do the episode? I go, oh, absolutely. That sounds like fun. Sure, ask Jared. No less than 4 minutes later, a text back to me. And what did that text say?
No, Jared.
And why not?
He's living a life of valor. He's doing the things that matter, unlike us who are available at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Thursday.
No, I mean, does he have is it a work scheduling thing?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. That's fine because, yeah, we're doing this at 1:00 in the afternoon. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if it was going to be anything else, like, no, I'm not doing that anymore, man.
And Jared was my behind the scenes guy on this. He gave me some insight that perhaps you might not even remember. But before we get into any of that, I think the first thing we should do is let the audience listen to a little bit of what happened at the first live Sam and Dave, the only live Sam and Dave, part 1 of the Kong Off starts now.
This is the virus.
62. That's 1-800-220-9562.
You want to test this? There you go.
This is the virus. Sirius XM. And now, live from the somewhat regionally well-known Richie Knuckles Arcade in Flemington, New Jersey. 10 machines, 10 players, 1 top score. It is literally on like Donkey Kong. The Kong Off. This is a very special delivery. Here are your hosts, Sam and Dave.
From Richie Knuckles Arcade in Flemington, New Jersey, the Kong Off. It's special delivery starring Sam and Dave. And now your hosts, Sam and Dave.
Oh, thank you very much. Rudolph the announcer.
Yeah, Rudolph.
Or Sam.
No,
Sam.
Rudolph.
Everyone can tell it's you now.
No, it was Rudolph.
You did. Well,
Everybody, say Rudolph's name.
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
You should have been wearing a mask or something.
Rudolph's gone now.
Yes, it's the special delivery show starring Sam and Dave, Eastside Dave, Primetime Sam Roberts, live from Richie Knuckles Arcade.
The Kong Off. And Dave, what a show we have tonight. We're live at the Kong Off in Flemington, New Jersey, where the greatest Donkey Kong players of all time have assembled in one location that nobody can find.
Oh, no.
To play Donkey Kong for the entire weekend.
It's impossible.
It's impossible to find. I could barely get here.
But that doesn't mean the star power isn't here. Hank Chen is in the house.
Hank Chen, the world's greatest Donkey Kong player as of right now.
Steve Wiebe.
Steve Wiebe.
Here, live.
Wiebe. Waving to us right now.
And 8'7" Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell is in the house. And Dave.
Hold on. Say USA. It's America.
Dave, we don't just have Donkey Kong players
here. That's not all.
Because we talked to Richie Knuckles.
According to Richie Ladies
and gentlemen,
say that.
Also here, according to Richie Knuckles.
According to Richie Knuckles.
The cast of True Blood is here, according to Richie Knuckles.
Hold on. According to Richie Knuckles, Mr. Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum, everybody. Also, according to Richie Knuckles, from Detroit, Michigan, Eminem. Eminem is here.
According to Richie Knuckles, we got Tom Cruise in the house. Katie Holmes in the house.
And the celebrity.
And their adopted daughter, because everyone knows they did not have sexual intercourse.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, that's according to Richie Knuckles.
According to Richie Knuckles,
that is.
Mark Wahlberg is in the house.
According to
Richie Knuckles.
Yes, sir. All right.
Eastside Dave, the problem is we haven't seen any of those celebrities, except, of course, for Hank Chen, Steve Wiebe.
We see the video game I saw.
And Billy Mitchell.
I saw Mr. Ben Gold.
Ben Gold.
From Chase and Ghost.
Ben Gold, everybody. There he is.
And you know who I also saw? Mr. Richie Knuckles.
Richie Knuckles is here.
Thank you, Val, for putting this together, my friend.
Say something.
Say something, Richie.
Is this thing on?
Yes! Three mics working. Now, ladies and gentlemen. crazy. Okay. We're here. We're live at the Kong Off in Flemington, New Jersey. Richie Knuckles Arcade has put on this fabulous event, reuniting the cast of the King of Kong, the two arch rivals, Steve Wiebe and Billy Mitchell, of course. We've had Billy Mitchell on the show once live in studio, many times on the phone, under duress, always.
Yes, well, basically, I made a friendship with Billy, and I use that term extremely loosely.
Extremely. I mean, it was...
I drunk dialed him at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And woke his kids up and said, please talk to me. I love the King of Kong.
Yeah.
After suggesting I enter rehab, he then did talk to me for 15 minutes.
And he became the first member of the Special Delivery.
He's a wonderful man.
Special Friends Club.
I love him so much. And I would like to point out.
What would you like to point out?
That Steve Wiebe,
yeah,
all the way on one side of the room, and then all the way over there, Billy Mitchell. The hatred is real, ladies and gentlemen.
What Richie Knuckles has done here is he's assembled the 10 best Donkey Kong players to all play
in the world.
In the world,
according to Richie.
According to Richie, of course.
11, actually.
11 players to come down and play Donkey Kong this weekend here in Flemington, New Jersey. They're in a line of Donkey Kong machines. They're all, I mean, to Richie Knuckles' credit, they're beautifully restored Donkey Kong machines.
Oh, unbelievable.
All with the Kong Off logos on the actual arcade machines. And as you said, Eastside Dave, at the first position is Steve Wiebe, all the way on the other side of the room, and the very last position, 10 arcade games down, is his arch nemesis.
Look at him! He's
Billy Mitchell.
He's raising a fist, just like Darth Vader.
And even from
he's saying,
across the room.
I will kill you. I love the man. And Steve Wiebe, playing very well. He's on 113,000 points. I just want to mention that.
Yeah, but if you look at the scoreboard for the weekend here at the Kong Off,
yes, sir,
Steve Wiebe is not at the top of the list.
Whoa!
He's not. That's what the scoreboard says. Steve Sanders, of course, is here.
Steve
Another
Sanders
friend
is here. Everyone, come on, Steve Sanders. You've seen the movie.
And there is a crowd of people here that just by looking at them, you would think they were all Opie and Anthony listeners. That's just what they appear to be. Yeah!
I don't know what you're talking
cheering. I don't know why.
Handsome and polite. That's what I feel.
Yeah. Well, that's Jared you're thinking who's back here. Jared's
no. With Jared, I was thinking fat and blonde, short. Fruitcake. Fruitcake. Hold on. Here's Richie Knuckles again.
Where's my mic?
Right here. I'm going to work your microphone.
Okay. I nicknamed Jared Fruitcake.
Oh,
Fruitcake.
The whole crowd. Well, we hear more about that in a little bit. But Dave, we started tonight. We knew it was a classy event because here at Richie Knuckles, they're located on a strip mall that literally nobody could find it. I don't know how anybody's here, but...
No, even my GPS said I'd fucking give up.
Yeah, there's no way.
That was like just tough shit.
Yeah.
Find it yourself.
I'm going back to your place. But what happened was, so you pull in, and I guess Richie Knuckles has taken over the entire strip mall because not only is this, his entire arcade has been dedicated to the Kong Off.
Yeah.
2 stores down, he's set up shop in another shop where he's put other arcade games.
Yes.
And then he set up a beautiful green room for us celebrities.
Yes.
Which during the week is actually a barber shop.
A barber shop.
Yes, a barber shop. So we actually were able to get quick haircuts. And relax.
I got a little fade.
Yeah, well,
just like the situation. DLL.
DLL. I don't know what that meant, but DTF?
Drinking something. I have no idea where I was going with that, and apparently neither did you, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but that's okay, Dave.
Okay.
I mean, it's an exciting night. Everybody's here.
Let's keep in mind this. Let's tell them we do actually have some special guests that will be appearing.
Oh yes,
a man will be giving some advice. We have a sitcom star.
Yeah, see if you can guess who that. I'll give you a hint. They've been on Special Delivery before. They're television stars.
And a very special delivery theater.
Oh, yeah, Special Delivery Theater live. For the first time, a live Special Delivery Theater.
That's right.
And by the way, my favorite part about this is it's 9 o'clock now. And literally, there's probably 200 people crowded around the table.
Yes.
How many people do you think will still be here by midnight?
4.
4.
But I promise you this, at 12:01, I'm drinking, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Dave's drinking.
Yeah. I got fucked up.
Grey Goose.
They said, watch the language, there's kids around.
Yes,
we said, turn off the goddamn monitors, genius, so they won't hear us.
How old are you, young man?
I am 14.
What's your
Fuck
name?
it! Fuck your age!
Dave, you're cursing at a 14-year-old.
Oh, I apologize.
What's your name?
Henry.
And Henry, what brings you out to Flemington, New Jersey tonight?
I'll tell you what brings him out to Flemington, New Jersey.
What is it?
Sucking fuck! Suck and fuck!
Okay, listen.
Okay,
Henry,
turn the monitors off.
They're-
Tom McDonald, by the way, my brother Tom McDonald. Let's
Tom
give him
McDonald.
a hand. The
Henry,
engineer.
They're chanting "suck and fuck." Ignore it. What brings you out to the?
It's
to
an
the
XL
con-off?
show, Samuel.
I know, but he's only 14, Dave.
Oh.
What brings you out?
Okay.
To see Steve Wiebe play.
Steve
obviously.
Wiebe!
What about Billy Mitchell?
Team Wiebe.
He's cool.
Oh,
my goodness.
All right, wait, how about this? By a round of applause, who is on Team Wiebe? I want to hear. Oh!
Wow, Steve Sanders over there. Hey, Steve, come here.
That's controversial. Hold on, let's finish it. By a round of applause, who's on Team Billy Mitchell?
Whoa!
And by a round of applause, who's on the 8 random guys in the middle? Yeah! Okay.
And Dave,
That's a
one
larger
more question.
response. That's a larger response.
Who's on Team Special Delivery starring Sam and Dave? Wow, that was much better than I thought it would.
Hey, can I say one thing?
And by the way,
Hold on.
course
You
not.
guys are missing a very valid point.
This is
Richie Knuckles. Richie Knuckles. You have to introduce yourself.
I am Richie Knuckles. Everyone in this place knows who I am.
Yeah, but
and
nobody at home
40%
does.
know who you are. Okay? Let's
Okay.
get that straight.
Go ahead, Richie.
Hank Chen is the current Donkey Kong
No
World Record
way!
holder.
Whoa!
Yes, he is.
Hank
with a
Chen,
million,
everybody.
With 1,090,000.
Hank-
So pay respect where respect is due.
Thank
Hank
you.
Chan is
Okay.
playing an intense game right now. He'll join the show a little later on this evening. But Steve Sanders, you're here. You've been on the show before, Special Delivery.
I have.
You were in with Billy Mitchell, and of course you're a star
Wait.
from The King of Kong.
Billy who?
Billy
Whoa.
Mitchell. I have to ask you this. because in the film
Billy
King of
who?
Kong, it seemed like you and Billy Mitchell were best friends. You came into the studio with Billy Mitchell, but tonight you're standing next to Steve Wiebe.
My man, Steve Wiebe.
What has brought you cheering for Steve Wiebe tonight?
Who doesn't cheer for Steve Wiebe?
Billy Mitchell doesn't cheer for Steve.
Yes, he
Wiebe.
does.
Oh, come on.
And Satan hates Steve Wiebe. What with that gospel record and everything? And I saw you crack a smile, Wiebe. He's the king of Kong. I see it. Don't think I'm not watching. I am playing to you tonight, Buzzcut.
The King of Song.
King of Song, ladies and gentlemen. So Steve
great
Sanders,
album.
When did you officially turn your back on Billy Mitchell once and for all? Because obviously, I mean, this thing is beyond Donkey Kong. It's personal, to say the least. When did you decide?
That's right.
I think what's happened is the doctor of Kong has performed surgery on me.
Is that Hank Chen?
Exactly, yes, Hank Chen. And now I see things a whole new way.
Pat Morita.
Wow. What do you think of Hank Chen coming and taking these two guys, Steve Wiebe and Billy Mitchell, is back and forth this whole time? All of a sudden, this surgeon comes out of nowhere and he's like, sorry, guys, I'm leaving you both in the dust. Where are you at?
Is he amazing or what? I mean, he could be doing plastic surgery all day, you know.
But he's not.
Ladies coming in, you
But
know.
he's probably been fired at this point.
I would think so.
I can't imagine a successful doctor who has 25 hours to dedicate in a day to Donkey Kong. But
Exactly.
That's just me, Steve Wiebe. You're the video. You know Walter Day personally, right? Let's
I do.
establish that. And
I do.
that was it. I had no follow up.
Where is Walter Day tonight? From King of Kong.
Yeah, where
was
is that pedophile?
He was the
I'm
judge.
just kidding. That's a joke.
But you don't know if he is.
Ben Gold, everybody. Ben Gold.
Ben Gold.
Steve Sanders,
Ben Gold,
where is
Ben Gold?
where is Walter Day?
Ben Gold. Ben Gold. Ben Gold.
Where is Walter Day tonight?
I believe he's back home in Ottumwa.
what?
No.
Back home in Ottumwa, Iowa.
No, he's in India. He called me this morning from India.
Oh, this guy, Mike.
He's floating. He's floating in India.
He's sticking with his newspaper collection.
Yeah.
Why didn't he make the trip out to the Kong off?
Well, you know,
I swear, he called me from India this
Yeah,
morning.
Richie Knuckles.
And it sounded like he was in a street fair because you could hear him eating tofu, and in the background you hear, Mr. Dave, where are you going?
Oh my God!
Oh, jeez.
Well,
That's
you're
racist. We don't put up with that show. It's not an XL channel, for fuck's sake.
It is, I think. But you put
Thank
this.
God. Otherwise, we've been thrown off the air about
Hell
8
yeah.
minutes ago.
That Ford Henry almost threw us
Dave.
off. Richie Knuckles, you put this whole thing on. Why couldn't you get Walter Day here?
Because I don't remember. Wait. I did just say he was in India.
That's it.
He's in India. He could not make it.
And you didn't think this was
He
more
is
important?
floating in India.
What about that Brian Murzak creep, the little Paul Giamatti lookalike? What about that guy? Where's he?
I love the
Wait a second. Why are we glossing over this? Where's the cast of True Blood? Where is Jeff Goldblum?
We'll talk about that. We'll
okay.
They may be coming
I
later.
will.
Sam, I think that
definitely.
Dave is the Paul Giamatti lookalike.
What I love, Dave, is every time you mention like an insulting thing about somebody from the King of Kong,
yes, sir.
the laughs you get from this room. I don't know who's laughing at home, but the laughs in this room is enough for people to think they
The
missed
ironic
something.
thing about all of this is we had a speech yesterday about how we are not going to tolerate any negativity.
Yeah, and you brought the wrong
and you two
show.
bastards came in here and just totally
You got us
bashed
all
on
wrong.
everything
We're
we
a
talked
positive
about.
show.
No,
We're positive.
I will. No, we are quite excited to be here. I really am.
Extremely excited. I mean, The King of Kong is the greatest documentary ever made.
After Bull Durham,
Was Bull Durham a documentary?
about baseball.
Okay, I didn't know. I haven't seen the film.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we've been
Oh,
fans.
you should Netflix it.
Is it a good... I mean, I don't know much about baseball. Is that the film?
I actually never saw it
You
either.
didn't know, Dave.
Susan
no.
Sarandon was in it. That's all I know.
Thank you, IMDb. I appreciate it.
We're huge fans of everybody involved. And Richie Knuckles, if we make a couple jokes, it's like that's our job. It's like your job. If you had come here and there were no arcade games, people would have said Richie Knuckles not doing his job. If you would come here and Sam and Dave were just being serious, stick in the muds, people would say that's a regular special delivery
I
show.
agree with you, but Steve Sanders taught me one thing.
What's that?
Fuck you.
Oh!
Where's Henry? Henry, did you hear that? Did you hear that, Henry?
If you can genuinely tell me that you didn't think that way when you were 14, then honestly.
Whoa!
I don't know what that
Henry,
means.
yeah, no. That was garbly-guck, Henry. No offense.
Let me ask you this. Has Walter Day ever called you or spoken to you? Or that's just a
No.
question to ask.
Or put his fingers in your,
No.
area.
No,
he's
he is
14,
not.
Dave. I don't know.
Thankfully.
Speaking of 14-year-olds, Steve Sanders, you have 2 kids.
Or
No,
Has Walter Day ever
True.
spoken?
no. My question was, you have one son, Isaiah, I believe the name.
That's right.
He holds the world's record with you.
Yes.
And then the other kid, Zachary,
Zachariah.
just a giant loser who can't play video games at all.
Wow, I don't know.
He is a
good at games?
musician.
Yes, he'll have the root beer tapper record before long.
So is he kind of like, and this is all between you and me and Dave. Is he kind of like you look at him and be like, what happened? Like, did I need 4? Could I have stopped at 3?
Actually, Zachariah is just like I am, so God bless him. Oh,
He's
my
not as
goodness.
good at Donkey Kong.
He's working on it.
Zachariah is the way Martin Sheen looks at his fucking kid at this point. Why, Zachariah?
Ben Gold is here. Ben Gold is here.
Ben Gold from Chasing Ghosts.
Chasing Ghosts. Or
Yeah, Ben.
Come on up, Ben.
Ben.
Benjamin. Can I call you Benjamin?
just hand it to him.
Is that even your full name?
There you go, Ben.
Bernard's his full name.
Bernard
you
Gold.
call me Ben. Okay.
Now, Ben, you were in Chasing Ghosts, the other Donkey Kong documentary, as it's known.
That's right. How does it feel not to blow up as big as Steve Wiebe and the other guy?
Yeah. How come you've never been on a big poster?
I actually like the movie. You participated in That's Incredible. They set up a arcade triathlon with you and a couple of other nerds.
Look at him. He's looking at him.
Total nerds, yes.
And you won!
That is
Ben
correct.
Gold, everybody! Ben Gold!
Ben Gold.
Now, let me ask you this, Ben Gold. I saw Chasing Ghosts.
It happened 25 years ago.
It's not that big of a deal anymore.
But did you see him run through that rope?
Ben Gold, I saw Chasing Ghosts, and this is something that I've wanted to ask since seeing the movie. When you were in
Go
school,
ahead, Sam. Ask the question.
did they ever call you?
Sam, hold on. Go ahead. Ask the question.
When?
Right now.
Oh, when you
Go
were
ahead,
in school,
Samuel.
Did they ever call you Ben Gay?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Ben Gay, everybody.
No,
That's
I am
it.
not
G,
chanting.
Benny and the Jets.
I would have said Ben Gay.
Ben Vereen, when you were wearing blackface.
Did you wear blackface in school ever? Have you? Ben Gold.
Are you talking to me with the blackface?
No,
thing?
Dave, because I know the answer.
I got some stories to tell you,
I
brother.
know that.
Rope. There's a lot of stuff.
That's horrible, and I don't stand up for any of that. But Ben Gold, have you ever worn blackface?
You don't stand up for lynching. just kidding, folks. Go ahead.
What about you, Ben Gold? Where's your stance on that? Ben Gold is giving me a look like, what did I just get dragged into? What did this blonde, fat Jewish boy drag me into? That's Jared, everybody. Jared the
No,
fish
it's
boy.
fruitcake.
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 Now, Ben Gold, what do you think of the way you have become at least semi-famous because of these documentaries?
Well, I'm here really for the fun.
Yeah.
I don't really play competitive anymore.
He's here for the ladies. A little bit. Yeah, that's right. I did notice. Sam and I did notice. She's around here somewhere. There's one lady who is definitely unattached, and she keeps walking back and forth. And the next time she walks past, we will all point at her and chant "sexy."
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think that's her.
We've made it.
That's her right there. No, wait, that's not her.
Sorry about that, ma'am. Sorry, it's not you.
No, not that you're not sexy. There was another one. I'm sorry.
Are you attached, ma'am?
You're attached. That's
I am
why.
attached.
What's
That's
your
why.
name?
Jenny.
And Jenny, what brings you to the Kong off? In case you didn't know, you're a female.
I'm a fan
Of what?
of Donkey Kong and all the players.
I thought you were going to say
Hold on.
special delivery.
Jenny, here's your mic.
She's
Here's your
never
mic.
heard the show.
Tell him the Oh, you got a mic. Tell the truth. Why are you here?
You wouldn't have heard her in your headphones.
Hush, hush.
I mean, hush, hush. What's going on
I'm
here?
a fan and I'm happy to be here.
What's the hush hush about? What?
I'm filming.
You're filming.
Yeah, we have cameras in the back
Oh,
What are you filming for?
for my production company.
What's
Hank
your production
Chen.
company?
Hank Chen.
Hank Chen?
is this the Hank Chen?
No, it
documentary?
has to
it's
do with
not.
True Blood,
Okay,
and it
okay.
has to do with Marky Wahlberg.
Is this going to be on an episode of True Blood?
Yes, it's a new segment of True Blood.
And are these more lies?
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
I need to clarify that.
Miss, are you at all worried? You're grossly outnumbered by men here. Are you at all worried about being taken advantage of, picked up, or
No, because Walter Day's not here.
Oh.
or have you met anybody here that you would find simply irresistible?
Of course.
That's
I've found
sarcastic.
many here that are irresistible.
Yes.
What do you think of our mic holder, Jared the Fruitcake?
He's gorgeous.
Fruitcake.
Whoa.
Jared.
I like the strawberry blonde hair.
Thank you.
Nice.
Okay, you can put
He
the mic
can
back
break
on,
dance
Jared.
as well.
You know, you have Steve Sanders' son right there next to you. He's got the strawberry blonde hair, too.
Now-
I dig
Oh, he
it.
gave her the
I
look,
dig it.
too.
I dig it. That was a nice look.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Smoldering.
Twice. I got
want
a
to talk
choice.
to Steve Sanders because
I have one last question.
Sure.
But
Yes,
actually,
sir.
I can direct this at Steve, and I can direct this at Richard.
Yes.
Dick.
Where is Brian Koo? Where the hell is Brian Koo?
I'm fairly
We
sure
asked
he's
him.
at Fun Spot tonight.
We asked him.
He's at Fun Spot.
he
Why
chose
always
not
with
to-
the Fun Spot?
Did Brian Koo choose not to come?
He's pursuing Kill Screen.
Oh.
Yeah, he's pretty sure there's a Kill
We asked him to
Screen coming up
participate,
at Fun
and he
Spot,
refused.
So
I got you.
He had
Now-
to be there for that.
All right.
Steve, I see
Okay.
your son
To
standing
work
behind you.
He had to work at Domino's in the morning.
Whoa!
Wait, Sam, I've got a question. Dave said he's here for the ladies. Has he seen the Dr. Kong documentary, the Hank Chen documentary?
No, I'm waiting to see that. I can't wait.
What's
You know,
his
in
name?
the-
This guy tried to sell it to me in the gift shop, though.
Well, let me tell you, in the movie, they ask Hank why he plays Kong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he could be out, he's a surgeon, out getting laid. You know what he
Right.
said?
No.
Why?
He plays Kong to get laid.
That's right.
So this
Yeah,
So Chen, he's great at Donkey Kong, but he may be the dumbest surgeon alive. Now,
He
Steve
graduated
Sanders,
from Harvard.
Well, I mean, book smarts mean one thing, I suppose.
That's
Then
right.
Steve Sanders, your son is behind you.
Isaiah.
Good-looking guy.
Is this the good one or the?
That's the
Well, actually, I'm not sure how to say this, but
Yeah.
he's kind of a big deal.
Is he? Isaiah, you've
Yeah.
been on special delivery before.
Yeah.
And what makes you a bit? First of all, are you the good one?
Yes, I'm the good one, obviously.
Because the listeners need to know what makes you a big deal. Isaiah
He's the good
Sanders.
son.
We got a world record. Not many 18-year-olds can say they have a world
I
record.
do.
You don't, Dave.
I
And you're not
have
18.
This guy's
Ladies
lying.
and gentlemen, I have a new announcement to make. I just set the world's record in centipede, everyone.
Dave did it! Dave wins again! Dave wins again!
Hold on.
Dave wins
Yes.
again!
And Donkey Kong Jr.
Yay!
Hear that, Weeby? Fuck ya!
Sorry, Henry. I'm sorry. Now, Isaiah, what do you have a world record in?
Joust doubles with my dad.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of like you get on a horse and
Yeah.
I've never seen. What is the joust game about?
Well, you're flying around just trying to kill the. I don't
Well, it
even know what
sounds
they're called.
exciting.
Is it
Yeah.
Dave? Wait, do you actually joust or is it a video game?
It's a video game.
Oh, because I was about to say,
what
how
two
many people
scores did you have the
competed?
world record on?
I have the world record in. Someone help me. What was it?
Donkey Kong Jr.
And what was the other one?
Donkey Kong Jr.
Jr.
Do you guys see a common thread? Centipede and Junior. You guys see where I'm going with this?
No. I think he's talking about small insects.
I think I think there's something going on here.
You mean he has a little dick?
Oh,
That's what he's
well, in
talking
that
about.
case, you're absolutely true. Okay.
Let's see
Thank
it,
you.
everybody. Dave,
Well, let's see it.
Dave, you're in front of people. Don't do it. Don't
Hank,
do it.
close your eyes. Actually, it's nothing Walter Day hasn't shown you. Or Brian Coo for that. Or Brian Coo for that matter.
Now, we have a lot planned for tonight.
Take the mic away from me. Was that because of what I just said?
I mean, you know, what do you...
No.
You know. You can leave it away from him. Richie Knuckles, I mean no harm by this. Jared convinced Richie Knuckles to give me a free t-shirt earlier this evening. Now, Ben
That was
Gold,
exciting.
are you jealous that you weren't in the King of Kong documentary, that you were only in Chasing Ghosts?
Don't lie either.
I wasn't jealous.
Like, even that guy who played marble with the weightlifting glove, like, he's more famous than you
I love
because...
that guy. And I love Greg Bond, the Mappy champion.
Right, because that movie was so much bigger. Are you somewhat jealous?
I'm not jealous.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He's like a GoBot at this point.
Gold and Stanley jealous.
Okay,
you know,
let
they're
me say
Transformers.
this.
Go ahead.
I'm very diplomatic. I happen to really like Steve Wiebe, and I consider Billy Mitchell one of my best friends.
Oh,
But are you jealous of how
sweet.
famous they are? Like, everybody's traveling for miles
They're
around
huge.
to see Wiebe and Billy Mitchell, and then you go, Ben Gold is here, and everybody goes, yeah, so am I. What difference does it make? You know what I mean?
Now, have you seen King of Kong?
I've seen King of Kong.
There's one important question I have to ask. Remember they showed a drawing of Darth Vader that Steve Wiebe drew? Remember that?
Barely.
Does anyone remember that?
I remember that, Dave. He drew the drawing. Everybody was saying Steve Wiebe, he's not
very
just a Donkey
talented,
Kong
right?
player.
Well, they
he's
were
an
saying-
athlete. He's an artist.
He was saying he's very talented.
Very talented at many things.
Wasn't that picture horrible?
I mean, Dave, I don't know.
I mean, he's a good video game player, and he's a very solid
Let's ask
drummer.
Steve Sanders, the #1
Steve Sanders.
Wiebe fan.
Exactly.
Wasn't it a kind of shitty
It was bad.
Darth Vader picture?
Oh, it was awesome.
Was it really?
Weeby's the man.
You've
Are
been
you kidding me?
brainwashed.
But at drawing?
He's the man.
Not drawing.
Okay.
He's an artiste. He's a Donkey Kong player. He's a father. He's the man.
Well, I mean,
he's-
and I
he
know he
sounds-
knows how to wipe his
Jesus.
kid's ass. That's what we found out in Donkey Kong. Am I right?
We are
King of
right.
Kong. Wait, who's that
Wipe
guy?
my bottom!
Who's that guy who's wearing a Sam Roberts wig tonight?
Oh, that is Sam Roberts.
Let's start there. What's his?
Oh, now I got a microphone? Sweet. What's up, dude?
What's your name?
Why do you want to know my name?
Because we're on the radio, and I figured the audience would be able to better relate
What's
to you.
it to you?
Oh,
Well,
geez.
again, I don't know why we're
This
being
is
hostile.
going
I
poorly.
don't know where this is going. My name's Chris. What's up?
Chris, what brings you to the Kong Off?
Well,
He's
I'm here to
unemployed.
support Steve Wiebe is why I'm here.
Why is everybody here to support Steve Wiebe?
Because Steve Wiebe is the man.
Billy Mitchell doesn't have a lot of fans anymore.
Fuck Billy Mitchell.
Wow! Now,
Wow, wait a second.
do you
Did
feel...
you just say fuck Billy Mitchell?
That's what he said. Henry,
yeah.
Henry, don't pay attention to
This is serious, right? You can say that.
You can
I'm
indeed.
serious, right?
It's
All right,
actually
cool.
Sirius XM Satellite Radio.
Yes.
Whatever, it's the same shit.
And I also wanted to... Do you think you have better hair than me?
Is that a fucking question? I mean,
Oh!
That's right, because the answer is obviously no! Yes! Thank you very much. Is there anybody here who's here to support Billy Mitchell?
I am.
Oh, this guy right here. There is...
Hold on. Bring that person up, too. Bring that lady.
Wait, where are you going, Jared? There you go.
Name, please.
Casey Elon.
Casey Elon in the house!
And you're here to support Billy Mitchell. Why?
Because I got to give him a kiss on the cheek earlier.
You what? Oh, no.
You fucking whore!
Okay, Jared.
That's my goddamn wife, Mitchell!
Separate them.
Yeah, you keep looking at that Donkey
Dave,
Kong
you
screen,
have-
Mitchell.
You have to learn. Dave, you have to learn to be more secure. It was just
Maybe
a
I'm
friendly
a-
kiss. It was a friendly...
I feel like if I just keep grunting, I'll get a point across.
I understand how handsome the man is.
Oh, he is. He's a delightful man. And his hair is just so much better than mine.
Now, sir, there's a single... There appears to be one black gentleman here at the Kong Off. One black gentleman. And what's your name, sir?
my name is Triforce.
Triforce.
Yes, Triforce.
Now, was your mother a video game fan?
That's
or?
a G.I. Joe name. That's just awesome.
How did you end up... Do you find it coincidental that you're such a video game fan and you ended up with the name Triforce?
Yeah, something like that.
Now, you're here to support Billy Mitchell.
Huh?
You said you're here to support Billy Mitchell?
Yeah.
What about Billy? Because everybody else, you got your Steve Sanders, you got the Sam, Jr. over there, all supporting Steve Wiebe. What about Billy Mitchell makes you say that's my guy?
He's more like today's competitive gamers. He's cocky. He trash talks.
Good.
And he has, I don't know, he has that today's feel.
He's got that kind of street that hip hop sense, the urban thing.
So you don't know if he likes hip hop music.
Well, no, I don't. I mean, I'm just saying he's like good at basketball.
So what you're saying, Triforce, what you're saying is that Steve Wiebe is yesterday's news.
No, he's good, but he's just.
He doesn't have the flash. He doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have what it takes to be a champion.
He doesn't have the drive.
Wow.
No, he has a drive.
Swag.
I'm not going to say that.
Swag.
Twice. You talked about how he can wipe his son. Listen, he has kicked Billy Mitchell twice.
Whoa.
Why? Why did he kick him?
He kicked his hind end, son.
Ew.
Twice.
That's nice.
Triforce.
That's kind of sexy all of a sudden.
You are wearing a glove. Now, it is chilly outside, but what is the purpose of the glove you're wearing tonight?
The power glove. When I go to video game events, it's like I pay homage to the old school.
Is there anything connected to it, or is that like an old Nintendo glove, or?
Yeah, there's nothing connected to it.
Can you put together a since you're here, can you put together like maybe a little freestyle thing about?
Well, he might not rap, Dave. He might not.
Unfortunately, I don't have that part in my African American genes.
Oh, what the hell?
There was no reason to assume
What a
that.
disappointment.
There was no reason for you to assume that.
Oh, I did, based on skin color.
I know, and that's wrong.
What's wrong with you?
Triforce.
What's wrong with you?
Yes.
Do you feel like...
John from Sports School.
I know, I like that. Do you feel, Triforce, like there is still racism in the competitive video game industry?
Nah, no one cares about that no more.
I'm going to say yes. And you're looking right at it. Okay, Triforce?
That's horrible, Dave.
I want to show everyone, I want to point everyone outside there.
Yeah.
There's a guy, and he's wearing a brown sweatshirt. I want to take a big round of applause for the comic book owner from The Simpsons.
The comic book guy's outside. It's amazing the different people that get attracted to.
I know, a cartoon.
And who is this gentleman, the best dressed gentleman at the Kong Off?
Me?
That's right.
Whoa.
Who is that, Dave?
My name's Joe.
Joe? You have a very familiar voice.
His name is Sheepy, everyone.
It is Sheepy. I've never...
Spattering of applause.
Spattering. Now, Sheepy, E-Rock is also somewhere here. I would like to, once and for all, get to the bottom of this. What was it like the time you and E-Rock slept?
No, we didn't sleep together.
Okay, I know there wasn't sleeping involved, but they call it sleeping together. It's just sex, I understand.
It was a lost episode,
It was hand
and
jobs.
I had
Just
to
hand
go
jobs?
into the master bedroom.
Is that what they call it?
And I was just sitting on the, I was sitting
Oh, God.
I was sitting on the edge of the bed, and then his wife came home. Well, then girlfriend.
Okay, well then tell me this. Who watches Lost nude? And what was the reason for that?
It was hot.
I'm going to say...
You bet it was, Sheepy. So is that story.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheepy.
Fruitcake, how are you feeling tonight? You're going to be the big guy. We're holding the mics, making corralling people. You've corralled Steve Sanders here.
Yeah.
You've done a wonderful job so far. You've promised us to corral Steve Wiebe, Billy Mitchell, and Hank Chin.
Oh, yeah.
Later. Am I saying that name properly?
I say...
Yes, you are.
What about
Hank
Chen?
Chin.
The doctor.
What is it?
Chen.
So I've been saying it wrong?
Yes.
Shouldn't have corrected me a little earlier? I feel like an asshole. It's 30 minutes after the hour.
Yeah. I was just calling him Arnold from Happy Days.
I don't think that's who it is.
Just call Hank the Doctor of Kong.
Whoa.
The Doctor of Dong it is. Now, Eastside Dave, we have unprecedented access to the Kong Off this evening. And thanks to our genius engineers provided by SiriusXM, we actually can travel the distance of the entire strip mall, should we choose. So if you people
Later on,
would like to hear us walking into the very barber shop that we used as a green room, we can do that. If you want to hear us going into the second arcade room that's 3 doors down, we can do that, all thanks to the wonders of modern technology.
That's exciting, Samuel. You painted a beautiful picture right there.
Well, thank you. Now, Dave, you're a video game guy.
I sure am, brother. Where's Mario Kart?
You play the Wii. You're a big Wii fan.
I'm a huge Wii person. Yep.
Why does anybody bother playing these giant games when you could just do it at home?
Because they're stuck in 1982.
Is that all it is?
Along with, their glorious past.
Is that all it is? Steve Sanders, is that kind of what you feel like that maybe you you can't let go of 1982?
That's exactly right.
I used to be somebody!
Have you seen Mitchell's hair? Cannot let go of the 80s.
Whoa!
That's right.
Now, Zachariah?
Isaiah.
Zachariah is the not-so-good one?
Yeah, he's in,
Get the goddamn biblical name straight.
Isaiah, what year were you born?
93.
Get that shit out of here.
Jesus, even I'm feeling old. Do you feel a little bit embarrassed, like when your friends are like, "Oh, your dad's Steve Sanders, the guy who hasn't left 10 years before you were born, who's still kind of there"?
He can be very embarrassing sometimes.
And tell me this, too.
Sometimes.
Why? We've seen him twice in person now.
He's a great guy.
2 different pink shirts. What's the deal?
It might be the same pink shirt.
The first one had long sleeves. He's wearing 2 different pink shirts. How many pink shirts does this guy have in his wardrobe?
Probably like 27.
He's kind of like a slightly overweight Ken from the Ken and Barbie situation. With the blonde hair and the pink shirt.
There is a story behind the pink shirt.
I'd love to hear it.
This is going to be good. Everyone,
in the original,
shut the fuck up. Pink shirt.
Original 1983.
That's actually white, but okay.
Underneath is a pink shirt.
Go ahead, Elijah.
He's wearing a pink shirt in the Live magazine photo.
Oh, in the 1983 photo with all them. But maybe what you should have done is wear a white jacket, since that's what people can see in the photo. I don't know. It's just a thought.
And you know what's weird also? Billy Mitchell still has the same hickey from his neck 25 years later.
Yeah.
He's a lazy man, Samuel.
I thought
I'm
Brian
not sure
Kuhn
about
left
little
that one.
gospel boy over there, if he, you know.
Who's gospel boy? Steve
Weeby,
Sanders?
Weeby. I'm just kidding, pal.
I can't wait. And will we be sampling tracks off Steve Weeby's album later tonight?
Absolutely. It's to here's a quick preview of one of his songs.
Okay.
I love gospel music. What?
I have a special treat for you.
Rich, don't worry about it.
All right.
Thanks for giving him the mic, though.
No.
I tried to stop
No,
him.
listen to me. This is important. Do you remember in The King of Kong, there was a guy who wrote a song about Billy Mitchell, you know, primo joystick dude.
Yes,
amazing.
absolutely.
Sure. There is a guy here tonight who is legally blind that wrote a song for this event.
That's fantastic.
He has his guitar.
Well, here's what we'll do instead.
Well, thank you for that announcement.
It was good.
No. Now we're doing.
And now
we're taking the mic back away.
We will ignore that ever happened. And Dave will continue with his bits.
I don't even remember what the shit was going on.
Okay, so are we gonna play a track off Steve Weeby's album?
Yeah, but I forgot the. It's gonna be something. It was a lot better. What's it? I love God, Donkey Kong, and handies.
Steve Weeby, you need to get your priorities straight. We'll be talking to Steve Weeby. We'll be talking to Billy Mitchell. We'll be talking to Hank Chen. We might even get a comment from the comic book guy who's watching the door outside. All coming up tonight on special delivery, live from the Kong Off. Go to break, Zito.
Stay tuned. Special delivery will be right back. We're back with more special delivery on XM what?
XM202, Sirius 197.
On Sirius 197, XM202.
And we are back here on Restream, not in Flemington, New Jersey, at a strip mall that seemed less than optimal.
Safe.
Yeah, safe would have been better.
Less than safe.
Yeah. So the first thing we happened is we learned that this isn't really like all you can play. Basically, this is practice for the one big game they're all playing the next day. So really, none of this matters to any of the players. It's just practice, right?
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's like a fan fest. It's like it's like a fun convention.
Yeah.
Here come all the famous players that come check them out, watch them play, that kind of thing.
And you do mention several of the big players. So you've got obviously Billy Mitchell, probably the biggest name there. He is part of the group putting it on, so he had to be there.
Yeah.
Like it was his event, so you knew he was going to be there. Steve Weeby's there, which is probably what you would assume is a number 2. But we learned.
No, I mean that was huge because the movie is Billy Mitchell's the bad guy, Steve Weeby's the good guy of the Kong, King of Quarters.
Yeah. So those two are there, but we find quickly that the secret favorite for everybody is this Henry Chin fella. Were you aware of Henry Chin going in?
No, Henry Chin was not in any of the movies. And I'm not going to claim that I was following the fucking Pac-Man and Donkey Kong high score performers.
Why would you?
But I knew that he was famous because Billy told us. Billy obviously knows all the greatest players in the world. So Billy did mention that, oh yeah, this guy's going to be there. He's like number one right now. I'm like, what? Yeah. I thought it was you, or I thought it was Weeby. He's like, oh, no. That was for the movie. But this guy's now the number one guy. I'm like, well, fuck, man.
And by the end of the episode, we learned that he was influenced by the movie, and it took him 5 months to be better than everybody in it.
Yeah.
It was really not fair.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he made everyone feel bad about themselves. He's like, I really love video games. But after I saw the King of Quarters, I just decided, well, Donkey Kong seems fun. And 3 months after that, I got 2 million points.
He just kind of shit over everybody else.
What?
Yeah.
Donkey Kong is so fucking hard. As Billy Mitchell says, go to your local arcade. Try to play Donkey Kong. If you get to level 4, it's a miracle. And there's either 150 or 200 fucking levels to this game. And if you get to level 4, just the 4th board is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
4th board. Okay.
Yeah.
If you beat the first 3 boards, you're like a serious player. The game is fucking impossible.
We learned you tried it and didn't get past level 2.
No, it's too hard. I've always been more of a Pac-Man guy, if we're gonna go that route.
I'm a Miss Pac-Man guy myself, but
yeah, I like Miss Pac-Man too.
So the first person we meet before any of those people is the owner of the arcade, Richie Knuckles. What do you remember about Richie?
Well, this is what I remember about Richie. Richie said, hey guys, hey Dave, hey Sam, come next door to this barber shop and let's hang out. Well, I go, okay, weird, odd
green room,
but let's go next door to the barber shop and hang out. So Sam and I went to the barber shop where there was a very large space. There was also exactly 1 barber chair, where you would figure there would have been 5, 6 barber chairs. There was 1. There was also, to my knowledge, outside of 1 comb and 1 blow dryer, there were no hair cutting or hairstyling materials or pieces of equipment. We then were walked to the back room of the barber shop.
Yeah.
We're 3 men with no hair. Though they were in their 20s, 3 men with no hair, but lots of tattoos. I noticed one of the tattoos said 88. I don't know if he's a Michael Irvin fan.
That's when
that
he
was the
born.
only 88 I could think of from the Dallas Cowboys.
Maybe that was the year he was born.
So there was also lightning bolts. I saw one where it had 2 lightning bolts. I go, he must be into Thor.
Big Flash fan.
Yeah. Flash, Thor. Then they proceed to take out a huge jug of some clear liquid that seemed like it could power, Michael J. Fox's DeLorean in Back to the Future, which, by the way, went 88 miles an hour.
There we go.
Maybe the guy wearing the 88 on the back of his neck was a Back to the Future fan. I don't know.
Probably.
I said, what is this? Because it smells like, I don't know, liquefied uranium. They go, oh no, man. And this is how they talk in Northwest Jersey. Oh no, dude. Oh no, man. Oh no, dude. This is some of the best moonshine, dude, you're ever going to get. See, North Jersey guys are like a cross between The Situation, Tony Soprano, but then like the least famous Allman Brothers. It's this weird combination of like gangster but Southern, and you're like, what the fuck? These guys like, no, dude. No, dude. This shit's the best fucking power. This is the best moonshine you're ever gonna get. Take a sip. Take a sip. At this point, Sam is freaked out.
Of course.
Straight up freaked out. And I go, well, I decide I'll take one on the team. I go, he doesn't drink, pointing to Sam. I go, but I'll try.
And they go, good. We gonna fuck him first.
If they were not going to let us out of the room unless one of us drank their moonshine. That is 100% the fucking case. The vibe was there. Like, you guys ain't going until you're trying it. And we're like, oh, yeah. Like, no, seriously. When are you guys going to try the fucking moonshine or you're not leaving? Like, oh, fuck. I tried the moonshine.
I feel like that you may make it seem like they were twisting your arm more than
no.
I've been around you and
twisting our arm.
Okay.
There was a thing before the live event. We had to promise Rob Cross that we're going to be responsible. And we had to promise Rob Cross that we're not going to get all liquored up. Sam didn't drink, so we didn't have to worry about it. He was talking to me, maybe Jared, and other miscellaneous helpers.
He's just looking, not breaking eye contact with you, going,
correct.
And no one should get drunk.
No, I mean, he was very serious about that. He's like, dude, don't be drinking. Seriously. If Davey Mack, like, you get shit faced, like, I got to fire you. So it's not like it's like a, shame on you, slap on the wrist. It's like, no, if you guys have one rule, don't get shit faced. So I was afraid to drink this moonshine.
If he smells it at all, he's going to.
Yeah, I was really afraid. But I'm like, these guys are not going to let Sam and I fucking leave. So I decided to take the fucking shot. I really was the hero. Because I'm telling you, the inside of my stomach has never been the same. Some people have white shits. Some people have brown shits. I have polka dotted shits ever since this incident.
You should see a doctor.
I think it was the moonshine. But anyway, just to explain who these people were, after I took the shot, and Sam's like, oh my God, can we leave? And he's looking at Richie Knuckles like, can we go? Can we go? By the way, Richie Knuckles walks out after I take the shot. And the three freshly shaved-headed men,
you could see their
with
skin.
The tattoos, they start. One of them goes, so are you happy with your life? Are you happy with your life? Is everything going according to plan? Or do you think that there's, people who ruin society? I'm like, oh my God. They're actually now, and they're not even looking at Sam at all. They know he's a fucking lost cause. So now all three of them, their pitch is to me, they're trying to recruit me for their fucking Aryan Nation goddamn group.
Now, at this point,
they're neo-Nazi group.
Are the wives there?
No, I told you. It was me and Sam. Richie Knuckles was the guy who brought us over because he's like, these guys want to talk to you. But then Richie Knuckles disappeared after the shot was taken. And it's just me and Sam with three fucking skinheads.
Well, the reason I bring it up is your wife, ex-wife now, but wife at the time, notoriously Jewish. Jared Fishman, who was there.
I wouldn't say notoriously Jewish. You're just the words you choose are odd. She's half Irish, half
but
Jewish.
That was always the debate on the Ron and Fez show. What would your kids be like? That was why I said.
Okay, but all right, fine.
That's all.
I know, but this is what I say. Sometimes your references are so inside, you think that everyone knows exactly what the hell you're talking about. I've no idea.
So agoraphobic. Call me Eminem.
Well, no, but it's like notoriously Jewish. Like, what is she like? Running around with juggling a fucking jadle or radle or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, finish that. What is she doing?
Juggling a yadle with a menorah.
I like that.
Dreidel.
So that's
a dreidel, not a yadle, whatever.
Now, like I did say, Jared was my inside man, and I do have a couple questions about people so far. First off, Richie Knuckles, Jared says, was absolutely ripped off of cocaine. Did you get that
on
vibe?
coke?
Yeah, all night. According to Jared, would you agree with that?
I mean, I don't want to necessarily. You know what? I'm going to keep it according to Jared.
Okay.
I haven't done a good enough job explaining that Richie Knuckles is linked to groups of the mob and the Aryan Nation. Again, Jared can take that.
That is
I'll take
perfectly
my
fine
shots
with me.
at Walter Day, Billy,
Oh, you
Steve
did.
Wiebe, and I'm going to leave the guys connected to the mafia and the KKK alone because, you know, I don't want my house burned down.
Okay, well.
So Jared says Richie Knuckles was on coke. Look, he seemed like one of those guys who partied for sure, but he also had just a vibe of he might be a little crazy, a little nuts.
How do you think he got the nickname Richie Knuckles?
Slapping people around.
That would be my guess as well, right? That's not usually a name because you're good at negotiating peace treaties. They don't call him Richie Ceasefire.
Maybe he liked giving noogies to people.
Yeah.
You know, like friendly noogies. And that's like, oh, he always gives the friendliest noogies. Let's call him Richie Knuckles.
That's possible. Second observation Jared had was that they had a big stars and bars up in the barbershop. Do you remember that?
Yes, I'm being dead serious. Stars and bars, dude. That's what was on the outside. Okay, first of all, this whole barbershop was a front.
Yeah, no shit.
This is what I was trying to explain to you people. The thing was as big as any regular supercuts, but imagine any supercut, any generic supercuts, only one chair, a blow dryer, and a comb. And when we went into the back, I didn't see meth. I didn't see coke. I don't want to be killed. But I'd be surprised if that's, not where the real business was conducted, if you know what I'm saying.
Interesting, because we later find several people who didn't leave the barbershop much that evening. So we'll get into that in a minute. So this is how you start the show then. They usher you out. You're now at your tables, right? And
yeah, we got we just made some kind of bullshit excuse like we have to get on the air. We literally had to get on the air. Sam and I were locked in this fucking skinhead barbershop back room forever. It's 7:57. We go on live at 8, and we're like, we have to go. The guy's like, we're like, Sam and I are just like, let's just go because if they kill us, they just kill us, and this way we won't get in trouble. Like we'll just be dead. Yeah. So we left. They fucking didn't seem happy about it, but we finally left. And the good news is it was literally right next door because it was like a strip mall type of thing. And so we're right there. We go up on stage and we're ready to rock and roll. And like I said, a lot of people there too. Not just for Sam and Dave, but there were a lot of people for Sam and Dave, and then obviously a lot of people for the arcade legends. So it was a good crowd.
Yeah, and right away, what was the plan going in? Did you guys think?
What do you mean?
So it seems like instantaneously you both try to play the heel. Was that the plan going in that your goal was to alienate people?
We didn't want to what?
Because right away, like you guys come out. One of the things Sam does is he finds a lady in the crowd and goes, "Ma'am, did you know you're a woman? Why are you here?" He goes right after her. You go after, I forget what the guy's name was.
Sam and I thought, let's have fun. Let's have a lot of jokes, believe it or not. You see, we were just fucking years and years ahead of our time.
Yeah.
Now, this whole thing would have been a fucking Kill Tony special on goddamn Netflix. But Sam and I, in a video game, in a huge, venue with video game legends and a whole bunch of video game fans, decided to start making fun of the video game business and anyone involved in it right to their faces. It was hysterical. We had some great lines, great jokes. But yeah, slowly but surely, it seemed like the crowd turned on us. We weren't trying to be heel.
Well, at first, they kind of were on board. All the jokes you were making about the players who were part of King of Kong, they thought was great. Like, you were able to do quick stuff. At one point, they say all the people who hate Steve Wiebe, and they're listing it off, and you go, and Satan. because he had just put out the album of all religious songs, and even he laughs while playing King of Kong. And you go, I saw that fucking smile, Weeby. And he laughs again. But if one of the threads I think people should focus on as we play some of this audio is this is where Twitch came from. Like, it may not have been what inspired it, but literally everything that it's become today, the video game world, you guys showcase. You show off some of their personalities. You show off some of the record breaking. You do a perfect blend of everything. And you did come out and do a great job. Like I said, Sam goes after the woman. At one point, she says she's just a fan of King of Kong. But then Richie Knuckles interrupts to go, no, tell them why you're actually here. She goes, I'm shooting a documentary. Like, she turns out she wasn't a fan of King of Kong at all.
Why would he do that? No, tell why you're really here. Okay, I actually hate all these people, and I have to be here with the camera to document it. This is what I'm saying. Yes, Richie Knuckles, according to Sam Roberts, may have been on some illicit drugs. I just think he's one of these people who's totally fucking bonkers.
Well, when you're starting the show, you bring him up to be the third mic, and you go, say something, Richie, introduce yourself. And he goes, everybody knows who the fuck I am. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. And like, you're like, oh, this is going to be a good night.
It's like, dude, you're on Sirius XM. I think the people were having a hard time understanding this was live. We did not record this, and then package it up and play it the next day. We were live. So it's like, yes, Richie, I know the people in the arcade in Flemington, New Jersey know who you are, but the whatever amount of people listening on Sirius XM on a Saturday night have no idea. Robert, real quick, I have to shit real bad, Daddy.
Okay. Well, you know what? I say we throw it to a break right here.
Oh.
And then we'll get into a little controversy that happens when we get back.
Happening in my pants right now, the controversy.
Oh, boy. Go.
Oh, you know what? Now they're doing the BYOB thing. Now they're doing the food.
I got a pocket full of quarters and I'm headed to the
You bet. It's Special Delivery starring Sam and Dave live.
Okay.
From Richie Knuckles Arcade in Flemington, New Jersey. It's the Kong Off, ladies and gentlemen. The cast of the film King of Kong have reunited. If you haven't seen this movie,
oh my Lord,
I don't know where you've been. The King of Kong is one of the greatest stories ever told. I said one of, as to not offend anybody.
One of the absolute best docs in the history of cinema.
I mean, it was...
You have to Netflix it. If you haven't seen it, you're crazy.
Some of the factual information may not be true, but the key is you have Billy Mitchell,
still a great movie, yeah,
who is this arch villain who has this Donkey Kong record and won't let it go. You've got Steve Wiebe, the guy who keeps trying to get the record, and there's always people stopping him. One of these people is Steve Sanders, who's here. How much has being in King of Kong, one of the most fabulous movies ever filmed and produced and made, impacted your life?
Absolutely not at all.
It hasn't at all.
not at all.
I'll tell you, it has. At least it's influenced in somewhat that you definitely wouldn't have been on his radio show otherwise.
Well, that's true. I got to be on Special Delivery.
Yeah.
Twice.
And I imagine, really, I mean, because do you still practice law?
I still
because I would
law.
imagine that someone would call you up and say, hey, Steve Sanders, I want you to be my lawyer. Is that crazy or no?
That's crazy.
It is crazy, and I'll tell you why. After seeing King of Kong, if I said, man, I need a lawyer, and I found his address and knocked on his door, as soon as I walked into the office and saw Steve Sanders smiling back at me, I would tell him, I love your work in King of Kong. I'm leaving immediately to find an actual lawyer.
Exactly. I'm not a lawyer, but I play one of the movies.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Another one of the characters who we mentioned in the first break, Brian Koo, is not here. He was a favorite. He was the one.
Oh, I loved him.
He was running around, and he was one of the people portrayed as Billy Mitchell's minions, who were kind of trying to distract Steve Wiebe as he attempted that record. He was going around. His most famous moment in the film was, of course, there's a kill screen coming up. If anybody's interested in seeing it, he went around the entire arcade. A kill screen is when you play so much that the game just shuts down because you're too good.
Yeah, no, he's a sensational character in the film.
Yeah.
I desperately wish he was here.
Again,
but
Steve,
whatever. You can't have everyone. You have the big stars.
You
know?
absolutely have the big stars. Steve Sanders, why is he not here? Brian Koo.
Brian Koo is at Fun Spot. There's got to be a kill screen coming up at Fun Spot.
He just doesn't leave Fun Spot?
Exactly.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are tons of people here. Hey, is that the girl?
Yes.
Sexy. If you were listening from the beginning, you'd know what we
That's
were
you.
doing. Now,
that's you.
Richie Knuckles promised us celebrities like Eminem and Jeff Goldblum, privately, of course, not publicly, but to
That's right.
Dave and myself, especially Dave, many late-night phone calls promising people like Jeff Goldblum, Eminem, the cast of True Blood, and Dave, it would appear that a celebrity has entered the building. Dave,
cool.
Are you going? Are you leaving?
I have to do some shitties right now.
We're doing this live gig in front of people. Everybody's going to see you.
I apologize.
We're
What
trying to be
do you want from me?
professional.
I have to leave.
You're going.
Yes, I'm leaving.
Dave, come back.
And then Theater of the Mind, I get up and I'm walking out.
You'd think, since we have wireless mics, I would just let you take your mic to the bathroom.
Right, good point, Samuel.
It doesn't work there, though.
No, it doesn't.
Because somebody else is coming in now,
That's right.
Dave.
Who's that?
Well, sir, I recognize you from your...
Are the monitors down for this?
I recognize you.
Okay.
Sir, your white hair. You've actually been on the show before, uninvited. Conrad Bain, is that you?
What the hell bed did Mark Zito?
Well, unfortunately, Mark Zito decided to go through the let and find the version of the Different Strokes theme that I sing.
Here we go.
Wait a minute!
Oh, yeah.
Conrad Bain is here!
Oh, hi. Hi, how are you?
Conrad Bain.
How are you?
Tell me this, Conrad.
How are you, Arnold? How are you?
My name's Sam Roberts.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
Before. What brings you to the
Where the hell is Brian Koo?
Well, we already talked about that a little bit. He's not
Brian Koo reminds me of my adopted son Arnold, only less black and with much tighter ass.
A tighter ass?
What the? Hey,
disgusting.
Hey, Arnold.
I'm not Arnold.
Yeah, I heard Brian Koo loves kill screens.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and by kill screens, he means committing murder on kids who live near him.
Oh, come on. Conrad, you're going to have to leave if you don't.
Hey, Brian Koo reminds me of that Mr. Harvey from Lovely Bones.
Why is that no Conrad?
Only creepier and more prone to burying a girl in the cornstalk.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Conrad, you have to leave.
The last time I had
this
this
isn't
much
even funny.
Yeah, the last time I had this much fun, Brian Koo and I were slipping roofies into one of Blair's drinks.
Oh, that's from the facts of life.
Koo calls it his ritual space invaders.
Oh, Jesus. Conrad,
hey,
look at all these people
Hey,
looking
Arnold,
at
how
you.
are you, Arnold?
I'm not Arnold.
Hey, Arnold, Brian Koo reminds me of one of my relatives. A guy we call cousin pedophile.
Oh, Jesus, that wasn't even original.
Yeah, no, I know.
Look at all the people here at the Kong Off that are looking at you with disgust.
No.
Conrad.
You know, Brian Koo, a lot of people don't know this, Arnold.
You're Conrad Bain.
Yeah,
from Different
Conrad
Strokes,
Bain.
aren't you?
Right, Conrad Bain.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what the hell?
This is ridiculous. Steve Sanders, have you ever seen
Yeah,
anything
it's Conrad
so absurd?
Bain.
I think Conrad's lost his mind.
Conrad is crazy.
You know, I'm sure Steve knows this. Brian Koo's also good at Frogger.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, he's good at a lot of games.
Yeah, which means he goes to Singapore and molests preteens.
What the hell is that? That doesn't even make any sense, Conrad.
You know what, Sam?
What?
Brian Koo and I are designing a new arcade game.
What's that?
Yeah, it revolves around the hero who's a shut-in in New Hampshire and kills children.
I don't know what sense that makes, and I think it's wildly...
Oh, hey, by the way, these have all been jokes, Samuel.
Yeah, well,
and Brian Koo's
they haven't been funny. They've been offensive.
And Brian Koo's legal team paid me to say that.
They did. Oh.
Goodbye, everybody. Bye. Bye.
Conrad.
Bye.
Conrad, you're losing a lot of the audience. We need Dave back here. I can't have Conrad here.
Bye.
Conrad,
Bye.
get out. Get out, Conrad. Dave, you're back.
Boy, oh boy, that Conrad Bain.
Steve Sanders, aren't you happy that Eastside Dave has returned?
We're happy Dave is back.
There's a lot going on here today, Stephen.
You wouldn't believe the looks that Conrad Bain was getting from all these people.
Well, that guy is such a jerk.
He's an asshole.
What a freak.
And none of that stuff that he said is true. I mean, he makes things up.
No, it's all false.
If Brian Koo doesn't want to come to the Kong Off, don't make him come to the Kong Off.
He doesn't need to get that angry.
Because, I mean, you got... 200 people easy, shoved into this tiny little arcade. There'd be more if there was more room, but this place is jam-packed. It's been jam-packed all day. We're at Richie Knuckles Arcade in Flemington, New Jersey for the Kong-Off. I mean, we've reunited the cast of the King of Kong. Unfortunately, Brian Koo wasn't here. And apparently, former sitcom star Conrad Bain had a problem with that.
I saw Steve Sanders here. He's a man of God.
I wish I hadn't even invited.
You are a preacher, correct?
I'm a seminary graduate.
Now, Steve Sanders, does Conrad Bain have a chance of making it into heaven at all?
Listen, if God's going to let me, and he's got to let everyone else in.
There you go.
So that includes Hitler.
That includes Hitler.
Oh my,
Steve Sanders.
You might not want to press people around at this point.
Yes, he is a lawyer. Wait a minute. There's so many celebrities here. Even Big Kev has walked in for some reason.
Big Kev, Joey's here.
I heard Joey is here.
Thank God. Hey,
Jesus,
guys,
we're gonna need you.
Sit right in front here, okay?
Because
we'll tell you about something next week on Special Delivery. Listen to behind the scenes.
We will have as many stories as we'll have tonight. Stories will continue on next week. We're here every week.
Don't worry, we're not even looking in that direction. Don't worry.
Yeah. But
whoa.
I heard that Big Kev and E-Rock.
There's Big Kev right there.
Yeah, I heard they drove Rob Cross here.
Our boss, Rob Cross.
Our boss is here.
We don't even know where Rob is. We haven't seen him.
There he is, right there in the hat.
King of Kong. Rob just saw the greatest documentary of all time, King of Kong, starring Steve Wiebe as the hero, Billy Mitchell as the villain.
Big Kev, how was the ride down here with Rob Cross, our boss?
It was very entertaining. We had a good time, a lot of great discussions.
Oh, like what?
Talking about like action figures and comics?
No. We did a little bit, yeah, but we were talking about arcade games and
at least
the movie. It was good.
Have you seen King of Kong?
I have, yeah.
And how excited are you to be here at the Kong-Off?
It's very thrilling to be here with you fine gentlemen.
It's a who's who here.
Have you seen Billy Mitchell in person? I can never. It never fails to impress me how tall that man is.
He's so tall.
He's like Will Chamberlain.
I mean, this guy, he's at least, and I don't have a tape measure on me, but he's at least...
I do. Let's go measure him.
We'll put this theory to the test. He's at least 9'1".
Oh, my Lord. It's wonderful. He's a wonderful man, though.
I wanted to ask
Steve Sanders.
I wanted to ask Kev if Rob had talked to him about who's going to replace Sam and Dave after this Brian Koo fiasco.
I don't know how much danger we are.
Well, I think we'll just safely say that's the last Conrad Bain appearance ever.
Yeah,
and we'll just leave it at that, Stephen.
All right, fair enough.
Please.
We're gonna. I mean, there's no way Conrad Bain is ever.
No, my God,
coming back. Are other people coming here tonight?
Yeah, there's other people coming here tonight.
Are they ready? Are they going to come by? Or
if you'd like them to come by.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because after Conrad Bain went so unpredictably wrong, I mean, I did not expect that from Conrad.
Well, I mean, maybe a guy who likes to give advice.
I need some advice. Well, Dave, hang on. Sit tight for a minute, will you?
Advice, yeah.
Will you sit tight?
No. I have to do some shitties again.
You just did them.
I have a terrible bowel problem.
That's insane.
And one bowel, too. I only have one, yeah.
Just the one.
Yeah, plural, singular.
Well, Dave, I mean, I'm trying to get some advice because basically after the Conrad Bain fiasco, I don't know where to go with this show.
Get someone in who can calm it down.
Wait a minute.
Someone who can,
Richie Knuckles did not tell me he was bringing this celebrity to Richie Knuckles Arcade.
Who the hell's coming? Okay, I gotta go, Sandy.
Dave, come back. Well, if you have to go, you have to go. Because, ladies and gentlemen, see you later, Dave.
See you later, Sam.
Coming.
Wow, these microphones are great, huh?
Yeah, coming to the stage. Who knew he was even here? I mean, Jared, did you book this guy?
Oh, no, not at all.
It's Dr. Phil, everybody, from television. Television's Dr. Phil. What's he doing here? Dr. Phil, I need some advice. Conrad Bain came on the show.
I know you have a Conrad Bain problem.
Yeah.
A Brian Koo problem.
Well, Brian Koo's not the problem.
So I'm going to give you some advice, and then we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay? Well, Brian Koo, of course, from King of Kong.
Let me just say, if you take a rapist and Brian Koo, you'd get Brian the rapist back in 2. Thank you.
That's not even a joke, I don't think.
Back in 2.
I don't think that was a joke.
It's like that old adage. A penny saved is a penny. Whoa, watch out. Brian Koo is raping people in the back.
Dr. Phil.
Back in Tuesday.
Don't say it. Don't say it. That's not true.
When I give advice, I usually tell people glass half full, positive attitude, unless you want a hearty raping from Brian Koo.
Dr. Phil, I might have to kick you out of here early. This is going wrong again. Hey, wait a minute, Dr. Phil, before you continue, look who's laughing, look who's laughing. Steve Sanders, everybody.
Steve Sanders from King of Kong, I'm disappointed in you. Now, here's another thing. A great phrase comes to mind, Samuel.
What's that?
Ask not what your, oh my God, I've just been murdered and raped by Brian Koo.
It's not that back in two. Please, 200 people here watching you do this, Dr. Phil. You can't do this here. It's the Kong off.
Sometimes
this is his crowd.
Sometimes I like to think of that other timeless saying, the early bird catches the good God, my grandmother just got raped again by Brian Koo.
Come on, Dr. Phil.
Again, back in two. Why is he doing it multiple times?
It's the same joke, just repeated. This doesn't even make any sense.
That's right.
I mean, Dr. Phil, I didn't want advice about anything that you're talking about.
It reminds me of that quaint poem by Bill Shakespeare.
William.
Brian Koo just raped me and left for dead. Back in two.
That's not a poem.
Bye, Sam.
That is not a poem.
Bye, Samuel.
Thank God. Thank God Dr. Phil is gone. Hopefully we'll maintain some order.
Well,
here
that
on...
was just ridiculous. You
It's
know what?
insane.
The thing was,
did you hear that?
That advice wasn't even helpful.
It was nothing.
I mean, what the fuck?
Sam, I've got a question.
Yes, Steve Sanders.
Steve Sanders.
How's the shtick working for you?
I don't know, and I don't know what's going on anymore. I've lost total control.
He loves the shtick. Did you hear him?
And these guests are just pouring in. I mean, maybe if we weren't so star-studded here at the Kong Off.
Oh my God.
But these guests keep pouring in.
Who else we got? Jared, you go around and start finding some people.
Yeah, and tell...
Is the fake Billy Mitchell guy here? Try and find him.
We can't see the scoreboard. Can you see the scoreboard from here, Dave? The big...
I can, Samuel. I have much better vision.
It's not always a
let's see.
competition.
Hank Chin, 980, and then there's just some Japanese characters next to his
Dave,
name.
that's not Japanese.
Well, I can't see after all.
You're not good at seeing either. Young man, what's your name?
My name is Daniel.
Daniel, how old are you?
15.
15. And where did you come from?
Came from Alabama.
All the way from Alabama to see this?
Just for the special delivery show. How about that, huh?
Now,
you came for the special delivery show, right? Right, everyone. Right.
It's a delivery. What's his name?
Danny or something. Danny. I
What's your
wasn't
name
paying
again?
attention.
My name is Daniel.
Daniel. You were right. Good for you, Dave.
That was 1 in a million.
Now, Daniel, you saw
Danny
Conrad
boy.
Bain and
Hey.
Dr. Phil come through here, right?
Yeah, I did.
Have you ever heard those words used
not
in
nice.
that way before?
It's not appropriate.
Well, no, not really.
I want you to know that the things that he was saying...
And he's from Alabama, Sam.
He
I
would
mean,
know.
That's amazing.
The things that he's saying are not true. You know that, right?
I know.
We absolutely need to say that.
I mean, it's
Brian
not
Koo,
even...
to the most of my knowledge, has never raped anybody or murdered them.
Which is why these characters didn't make any sense. I mean, these actors didn't make any
and
sense.
wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
But now, are you here with any parental guidance?
My dad is right there.
Where's Daddy?
Oh, hey.
Okay, well, that's good.
He's over there. He can't hear us. Well, I hope you're enjoying the Kong Off, are you?
I am.
Well, it's good to see you guys
Samuel,
live and
we
in
have
person.
a special guest from the podcast world.
We do.
DJ New Style.
Oh my God! I've seen
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
I've seen his picture on the internet. I've never seen him walking around and stuff. I had no idea what he looked like.
Same thing, Sam. Never actually saw you in the flesh.
Well, this is amazing for both of us.
It is.
then.
This is
This is
truly a
great.
joyous experience. Billy Mitchell and actually seeing you in person.
For the
First time
first
ever.
time, everybody. Special
shocked.
delivery and
And
the
everyone's
King
seen
of Kong.
pictures of me on the internet, specifically on NAMBLA sites.
Yes.
That's
Next,
where I like to go to.
next to
That's
Brian
horrible.
Koo's picture.
I don't know if that's true or not. I've never been to the
I
website.
think I've never been there. I've heard it though.
It's
I've heard
not
it.
true. It's
I've
not
never
true.
been to the website. DJ New Style, what brings you down here?
Well, I'm here for the festivities. Mm-hmm. I enjoy a good video game. I've seen the movie.
You have
The movie that we all speak of.
the King of Kong, of course. Now, tell me
to be honest, I don't know why I'm here right now.
You don't. Maybe
I
special
really
delivery?
have no idea.
You're
definitely
here.
special delivery.
Yeah,
obviously.
That's right.
Now,
There she is again. Sexy. Sexy. Sexy.
that DJ New Style,
Hunky, funky, Tony.
hunky fucking sexy. You've seen the King of Kong.
Yes.
You've seen Steve Wiebe and Billy Mitchell in person.
Yes.
Who
Where's Hank Chen? Oh, Hank Chen is over there.
But
finally.
he's not in the film.
No, but he's finally playing King Kong. Yeah, you're right.
We almost held hands there for a minute. They brushed together. Which team are you on? Team Weeby or Team Billy Mitchell?
Initially, I was on Team Weeby, but now I have to say, after seeing the man play, seeing the man do what he does, I'm on Team Billy Mitchell.
Whoa! Steve Sanders comments.
Billy who?
Whoa! Now, did this have anything to do with the height? That Billy Mitchell is so tall.
He is very, very tall, but it's mostly the emotion he puts into hitting the jump button.
Is it?
It is.
And you know what, Samuel? This is the first time I've seen Billy Mitchell in a vest, looking very sharp.
He's in a vest?
He's in a vest. He looks great.
I'm going to walk over there at some point because he's playing, but I'm gonna walk over there and give you a play-by-play in a little bit. Is that going to bother Billy Mitchell?
Not at all.
Okay, well, Steve Sanders told me it was okay.
The man's a professional.
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing.
And were you surprised?
Jinx! Now you can't talk until I say your name. Sam.
Yeah!
I really buckled quite quickly.
Well, Dave.
Steve, it could have been me and you if I hadn't broken the jinx.
Oh my, wouldn't have that been great?
Everything you've always wanted.
Everything.
The Steve Sanders and Conrad Bain show.
Wow.
Now, Steve Sanders, how is Weeby doing over there?
Let's see, Steve Weeby.
Weeby getting points.
Weeby's getting points.
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you something. Steve Weeby is on level 8, and he has not lost a man yet. This could be a kill screen.
I think one of the Donkey Kong machines just blew up.
Well, somebody's firing at us. You're saying this could be a kill screen coming up?
Could be a kill screen in the making.
That's incredible.
With who? With Stevie?
With Weeby.
With Stevie Weeby. Okay.
Stevie Weeby. I hope that we're here. And do you think he's going to be able to get this kill screen? Because guys like you aren't like distracting him like we saw in the movie, going, "Hey, look over here, Weeby! Oh, watch that barrel, Weeby!"
Well, the night's not over yet.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking, Dave?
No, Sam, I'm not clairvoyant.
And tell me,
I know that's a surprise to you.
Well, you're so good at so many things.
I'm not even omniscient.
Oh,
thank you,
Sheepy over there. Sheepy, ladies and gentlemen. I got to tell you that I don't see this being out of the realm of possibility.
What's that?
We've had Steve Sanders over here.
The fact that the both of us get beaten up by the end of the show.
Oh, that is going to happen.
That is going to happen.
Joey needs to stand right by here.
Yeah, we need it.
Trust me, Joey. We do need you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in high school again, trying to make friends with the big kids so I don't get beat up. I believe that Steve Sanders, he came in to our studio a few months ago with a Team Weeby shirt on.
I did.
He comes up to our table tonight.
He's very
spouting
interesting.
Weeby.
But
I tell you this.
He's very interesting, Steve Sanders.
By the end of the night, I predict.
Back with Billy?
A swerve comes.
Back.
He distracts Steve Weeby.
Heel turn.
Back on the side of Billy Mitchell. I can see it coming a mile
away.
Hold on.
I got how. We do have a Mel chair.
Yeah.
Little ECW action. Hit Weeby in the back of the head. And don't forget to knock out the ref, too, because the ref always has to be knocked out.
Yeah, well, the ref is knocked out. He's in India floating, remember?
Oh, yeah. That nonsense.
Conspicuous by his absence, by the way, speaking of ECW.
Yes.
Where's our zombie?
Oh, ECW Zombie's not here. And if there was one time where we needed a professional wrestler. Now, we have a fun character over here. What's your name there, partner?
What's up, how you doing? My name's Fred.
Fred, and where are you coming from?
I live in Bartonville, Pennsylvania, in the Poconos. I'm a former Jersey resident.
And you're wearing gloves indoors.
Yes.
What's that? Are you planning on strangling someone tonight?
Well, Dave,
I was taken after Mark Alberger himself.
Hold on. Mark Apachapa?
Yeah, Mark Alberger.
Oh, Mark Alberger.
Yes.
Okay, I was confusing him with Mark Apachapa.
Dave, I was thinking that maybe the reason he's wearing gloves is that way there won't be fingerprints on our necks.
That's most likely.
Or Conrad Bain's neck, not ours. Conrad Bain.
I was remaining silent on that.
I hope so.
That's good.
Now what was that? Come again?
I was remaining silent on that.
Oh, silent.
He's not talking about choking us to death.
Did you put on your professional sunglasses?
You want me to put on my professional
sunglasses? Are those professional?
Has anyone ever told you, and I don't want to get hurt this time.
Oh, you want me to hit you?
No. You look a little bit to me like a Sean Penn in a Spicoli type of thing.
That's a compliment. That? Sean Penn's very good looking.
He's won 2 Oscars.
You dick!
Yeah!
You dick!
Okay, can we do a Spicoli next? Because that's what I started.
Oh, no. Okay.
Right now.
Go ahead. I mean,
put on the pros.
There you go.
Spicoli is his name.
You call me Jeff. Actually, A lot of people call me Jeff. For whatever reason, I tell them my name is
Probably
Fred.
because of this Spicoli thing that I just brought up 4 minutes ago.
I speak with them
but
30 seconds ago, and I say, hey, how you doing, Jeff?
Nice.
Spicoli.
We're still not seeing you with those sunglasses on, Spicoli.
Any drugs tonight, Jeff?
Any?
Drugs.
Not yet. That's after the midnight hour.
We do not sponsor that, Samuel. No illegal
New
that
style.
type of thing.
Are you happy now?
I am. He kind of looks like Lorenzo Lamas now.
Yeah, it's really good.
Put the shades back on.
I like that.
yeah.
I could see him on a bike or something.
I could.
Surfboard.
Yeah. By the way, Lorenzo Lam is also very good looking.
Yes,
Don't,
he
you
is.
know, no reason to hate
And
him.
I mean that as a very straight guy.
Oh my lord.
Very straight.
Yes.
He loves what? Women.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
What's your favorite video game there, partner?
Actually, I have
Oh boy, that was the wrong question.
Wrong question.
No, but go ahead.
No, I have a bunch of different favorites.
Just
I don't
give me
have anything
three.
in particular.
Okay, give me three.
When I come here
Oh,
to
Jesus.
Richie's, I play Miss Pac-Man.
Okay.
Play
One.
Donkey Kong. I play Galaga.
Three.
I play Crazy Kong.
That's it. Just three. We didn't ask for four, Spicoli.
Now let me ask Steve Sanders a question from the King of Kong.
Every time we go back to Steve Sanders,
I
he's
can't
just
wait.
rubbing his brow,
I
and
can't
he's
wait.
actually shrunk 3 more inches.
What is it?
He's going to be Vern Troyer size
Oh, yeah.
by the time
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing is over with.
What is it about classic video game players that makes them so wordy?
Yeah, that's a great question, Sam. You know, as a matter of fact, I'll have to tell you, as a classic video game player, we're all
Okay, yep, wordy.
Yeah,
Right.
we're all a little off. We're all a little
you're
touched. You know.
That's the 82 thing.
Yeah, it is. It
Now,
is.
this is your other son here. He's not the same one.
Zachariah.
This is Zachariah.
Yes.
There he is.
How's it going?
Now, Zachariah.
Zachariah got a lot of personality, Samuel. Watch out. He told me after the last time we spoke, and he plans to be in radio professionally.
Is that true, Zachariah?
Sure, yeah.
All right, see?
Well, he's electric. Now, tell me this, Zachariah. Does it kind of bug you that your father pays a little more attention to your brother because of the video game stuff?
Not really.
Or do you prefer that he just kind of lets you do your own thing?
Well, while he's doing that, I'm trying to get some own records of myself, so,
Nice.
catch up to him.
So basically,
Catch-up thing?
basically what he's saying is that his father has created a state of competition amongst his sons, where Zachariah is just unhealthily just chomping and complete. Is this what's going on? Competing all the time?
All the time.
I'm reading it correctly, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly.
He's looking at me with his face like he would like to borrow Jeff Spicoli's gloves so he can choke me to death. I'm only kidding. Your father loves you both equally, as a matter of fact. Is that okay, Steve Sanders?
That's quite all right.
Okay,
Yes,
thank God. If it makes you feel better, you can punch Jared right there, the fish boy.
I may have to do that.
You can punch him right in his face. That's what he's here
Hey,
for.
you know who I see over there?
Who do you see?
I'd like to bring him in.
Who's that?
Eric Nagel.
The Nagel in the house. Sex Bagel, everybody. Sex Bagel is here. E-Rock, you don't have headphones on, so you'll have to come up closer so you can hear us.
Let me ask you a couple questions.
It's the East Side Dave interview with Eric Nagel.
Okay. You drove one of our bosses up here tonight.
Yeah.
How did that conversation go?
It was not bad.
In the car.
Some nice information on people that we work with.
Whoa,
so.
just tell me. You don't have to say what the information
Gossip
was.
time.
Just give names of who it was about.
No, I can't do that.
Okay, O&A staff or Ron and Fez staff? Or neither?
Neither.
Probably special delivery,
management?
Sam.
I can't say.
It's management.
Razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle. Do we have any, how about who can it be? And go.
Yeah, that's not happening. Not giving you any of those names.
Well, I'll tell you this. First of all, one day I'll find out exactly who in management Rob Cross was talking shit about on the way here. But E-Rock, are you prepared? Because later on this evening, for the first time in the history of radio, satellite or otherwise, we will be doing the first special delivery theater.
Oh, that's great. Who do you got to do it?
Well, you will be in it, of course.
No, I'm off the clock. I'm not.
I understand. It'll be a labor of love for you.
The what?
Steve Sanders, you want to see E-Rock in...
Why are you going to have me when you have all these great
Well,
celebrities
Steve
here?
Sanders is here. He wants to see you perform, correct?
Of course.
Yes.
Everyone wants to see Ewok perform.
Fine, I'll do it.
Ewok.
Ewok.
Somebody's got a new name.
Oh, Ewok.
All right.
Oh, hey, how's Endor, Ewok?
All right, maybe I'll tell you some of the things Rob said about Dave coming down.
Whoa.
If it's that he's a drunk, I knew it already.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, it's probably Sam's gay, too.
By the way, By the way, if you get a chance, this is a little inside, but he's over trying to play track and field in the other little arcade down there. I passed him. That's why I said it.
Well, I mean, that's Eric. I don't know where he's getting that information from, but that's not cool. Okay. Dave, we've got so much left to do. We are going to talk to Steve Wiebe and Billy Mitchell and Hank Chen.
And everybody.
They're stuck on those Donkey Kong machines, so when we get back, I think I'm going to try to approach Billy Mitchell in person. We also, if we can get Billy Mitchell over here, we may play a game.
Yeah. Or we'll just play it with Steve Sanders. Steve Sanders is the official third mic tonight. He's doing a hell of a job.
Everybody. And we'll be back with special delivery starring Sam and Dave.
Do you like getting beat with a garden hose?
And we are back. We did skip over some of the potential sources of drama or controversy. The first would be you single out the one African American in the room and ask him what his name is, and he says it's Triforce. And then Sam goes, "Was your mom a big fan of video games?" And he goes, "Something like that." And then you ask him some questions. He's wearing a Nintendo glove, even though it's not attached to anything.
Yeah, I remember this dude. Yeah.
Do you remember what your final question to him was?
No, I remember. I remember the guy. I remember that gentleman with the Nintendo Power Glove. Yeah, he was an odd bird. That guy. No,
you asked him to rap. You go, "Could you give us a freestyle quick?" And he goes, "I didn't
Sure.
get that African American gene." And you go, "Well, it's one of two." Like usually, you're either a video game black guy or a rapping black guy. And I thought that was very funny as far as alienating goes. But then comes the moment of perhaps biggest controversy that never gets revealed on air. Because you point out that there's a guy who looks like he is the comic book shop owner from The Simpsons outside.
Yeah. So this is the moment that really almost got us killed. Was the bouncer was 6'6", but with a really bad ponytail. And kind of bad stubbly beard, like the beard wasn't grown in. So you're like, is it stubble? Is it a beard? Are you doing a especially close trimmed? It's an odd look. Big and fat, t-shirt, blue t-shirt, and shorts. I swear to you, it was the fucking human version of the comic book guy from The Simpsons. No one has ever looked more like a Simpsons character. I've always thought that Chris Christie, former New Jersey governor, looked very close to Chief Wiggum.
Yes.
The only problem is Chief Wiggum has blue hair. Actually, did you know in the early Simpsons episodes, Chief Wiggum has black hair? And then they shifted him over to blue hair. Yes, go watch your early Simpsons episodes. Chief Wiggum has black hair. But regardless, the Chief Wiggum looks like Chris Christie. This guy looked more like the comic book Simpsons guy than Christie looks like Wiggum. I'm telling you, this guy was a spitting image. So I go, "Hey, everyone, look, our bouncer tonight, the comic book guy from The Simpsons." Huge laugh, I tells you. Huge laugh, because everyone saw what I saw. They go, "Holy shit, he looks just like the fucking comic book guy." So then this fucking gigantic, King Kong Bundy-esque of a man, he has 300, 500, whatever people pointing at him and laughing, like literally going, he does look like that guy. Yeah. So during the first break of Sam and I's broadcast, he comes over legitimately. He goes, "Hey, come here. I don't care who the fuck you guys are. I don't care if you're live on the air. I don't care. If you call me the Simpsons comic book guy again, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to wait, hold on. I'm going to go up on stage and I'm going to fucking kill you. I have friends who will give me weapons right now who are out there. You're fucking dead." So Sam and I were horrified. I mean, we were petrified. During the break, like, this guy's like, "You guys are going to die." He's like, "I don't fucking care." And by the way, we had no security.
No.
They didn't even think to give us like one serious security guard.
No.
We got fucking Jared. We have fucking 5'5" white Jared Fishman. He ain't gonna fucking protect Dick. I don't care how many karate lessons he take.
Who, at this point, Richie Knuckles is affectionately named Fruitcake, and is making you guys refer to him as that. Like, he will not let you say
Jared, the fruitcake.
So,
this
thankfully,
was one of those moments where I really did fear, like, for my physical safety, like radio or not radio. Like, I'm talking about just like everyday life. I'm like, this guy is gonna kill us. I can see it in his eyes, in his voice. I could just feel like I've had a bad month, year, decade. This redheaded asshole is calling me the comic book Simpsons guy. I got a whole arcade full of hundreds of people now pointing at me and laughing. It's like,
and
you
my
know
buddy's
what?
in prison.
Why don't I just go to the back of my car, grab my shotgun, blow these two morons' heads off, and then blow my own head off and just put all this pain away? Like, I'm telling you, the guy had that vibe. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say another word, sir.
Thankfully, during the break, the guy I thought you were referring to as the comic books guy from The Simpsons, in Eric Nagel, Big Kev, and Rob Cross show up, and you start the second break by going, "Oh, hey guys, make sure you sit right up front. Got a funny behind the scenes story I'll tell you next week."
Big Kev, who is very, very peaceful man, like was never ever a fighter, but still humongous. I don't know how we have so many like huge listeners and friends, because like Andrew Gold is like 6'6". Big Kev is in that like 6'6" category. So I'm like, perfect. Seriously, stand in front of me. Even though Big Kev has never done any, like the only fights he's ever been in are like with like action figures that he himself is in control of. Like Big Kev has never been into an actual fight, but he looks like a professional wrestler.
Just
so stand here. As for you, Eric, if the fucking Aryan Nation comic book guy syndicate kills you, no one's gonna notice. Let's be honest. People are gonna notice when I'm dead. They're gonna miss me. Eric Nagel disappears tomorrow. Not even his fucking wife and kids would know he's gone.
I like to just think of the teams at this point. You've got the Aryan comic book guy outside. His three, what I'm imagining, are in decent shape. Allegedly meth friends from the barber shop. And
they were all muscled up, and they were yes, exercised people.
Yeah, that's one of their tenements. And then you got Richie Knuckles on their team. Then you've got you and Sam. You've got Jared. You've got Big Kev, Eric Nagel, and my personal favorite guy, Sheepy, who I can only imagine would go, "Someone called 911."
I'm the only one, and maybe Kev, just because of his size, we're the only ones who wouldn't get our faces eaten off by the other team within 7 seconds. The rest of those people are amongst the softest people ever created. Amongst the softest males anyone's ever created in the history of the universe. So yeah, the Aryan Nation team they're gonna fucking be all over that, be all over us.
And out of nowhere, kind of arises the unsung hero of this episode, Steve Sanders. Sanders. He takes the mic and kind of takes over as your third mic. He smooths things over with the bouncer and some of the audience.
Is great. He's also in Fistful of Quarters. He's also in the why am I always forgetting the name of the first part of the movie? Isn't it
King of Kong?
No, that's what. Oh yeah, you're right. King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters. All I had to do was look at the poster. I'm going to put the poster in front of me.
Better than looking at me.
But I guess because the whole title is called The King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters. That's the name of the documentary. Anyway, in the documentary, they show Steve Sanders, and basically he was like Billy Mitchell's little weasel friend. But in real life, he's not a weasel at all. Steve Sanders had been on special delivery by himself. once or twice. Very pleasant man. Very, very pleasant. Just a good guy. So he helped us out big time. He kind of got all the people away from us.
And
the other thing, don't forget, the other thing that turned them on us is that I thought it would be funny.
Oh, here we go.
To have a little roast humor, if you will, at Walter Day's expense. Now, again, if you're not familiar with the King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters, Walter Day is the kindly older gentleman who acts as the official referee. Okay? But within the video game community, he's beloved. He's, eccentric, but kindly, lovable old Walter Day. Almost has like an old Roy type of vibe. Everyone loves Roy Harder. He's got like old Roy type of vibe. Look, guy dresses up as a referee and is lurking around in arcades. I thought that would be a fun little, we could have a few pedophile jokes at his expense. This shit, holy fuck. They were looking at me like I was a bad guy in Mystic River after my comments. The room, that's when the room turned on me like I was 1968 Miami Jim Morrison. The room literally felt like it got darker and meaner. I'm like, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke. The guy dresses like he's a referee, for Christ's sakes, and hangs around with kids. I'm kidding.
I think part of the issue you had was he wasn't there. Like, you were making fun of the other people in the room. Nobody really had an issue because they were there to laugh and smile it off, but Walter wasn't. He was in India, so I think that may have been part of what set you up for failure.
That's a good point. I gotta remember that for the next time. I call a legendary video game official a kid toucher. I have to remember that. You got to make sure they're in the room.
And to your credit, you kind of read that, so then you pivot into doing characters. And the first one's Conrad from what was that show?
Conrad
White, I want to say. I don't know. It was a character. He came out and basically all he did was call Brian Chu a rapist the entire time. All of his jokes were that Brian Chu was a rapist. And then to kind of get past that, Dr. Phil came out and all of his stuff was Brian Chu's a rapist.
Oh, Conrad Bain from different.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying these are me? I'm doing
these are you. Yes, being the character coming out.
Sometimes the Aryan guys set things up easier than you do. I had no idea. So, okay, I at the time on Special Delivery, yes, I was doing Conrad Bain. He's the old man from Different Strokes. And I was doing Dr. Phil back in 2, because we were always noticed that no matter how much of a nightmare or what scenario was going on Dr. Phil's show, he would just do some bullshit homespun advice that makes absolutely no sense. And then, before you even could say, that makes no sense, he'd say back in 2 minutes. He'd throw it to commercial break and be like, back in 2 minutes or back in 2. And you're like stuff like, look, if you want a relationship with your husband to work, okay, put more gasoline in the lawnmower and don't drive up the hill back in 2. And people would be like, huh? And it's like, look, the key to life and achieving success is making sure you're not hang gliding with a monkey on your back. Especially a monkey that's eating an apple. Throws off the whole trajectory of the hang glider back in 2. And you're like, but I just wanted to know, like, how I can, like, rekindle the relationship with my dad. And you said a whole bunch of nothing, and then back in 2, and no one could call you out on it because you're in commercials now. So yeah. Fucking Dr. Phil. I should have brought back Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil was one of my best. Go ahead.
What I like about what you did here is you just boiled it down to the simple thing. I got raped by Brian Chu. I'll be back in 2 was the punchline of every joke. And it worked perfectly.
Brian Koo. He's another one of the cast members of King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters.
And at this point, it becomes clear that you've now alienated the entire room. Steve's doing his best to win them over. He makes a joke that you have a small penis. It took him like 10 minutes to get to it, so he was trying, but it didn't really help. Rob Cross comes on and it's not happy. And you go, don't worry, that'll be the last we see of Conrad Bain. And he goes, okay, then we could settle this. Jared asked to be quoted as Rob's Cross is a snake. I'm not sure what that history is there from Jared, but he just said if I was going to quote him, use that.
Wait, say it again. I just didn't hear you.
Rob Cross is a snake, according to Jared.
Well, Rob Cross is a snake. I mean, look, of all the suits and program directors and all the fucking worthless people there, I kind of liked Rob Cross. It's just that he has no power. He has to report to Steve Blatter. And,
boy,
you know, Rob actually saw something in me, saw something in Special Delivery, but could never pull the trigger on it being a bigger show because, I don't know, people were so weird back then. It was like, you guys are great. You guys are great. Why don't you give us a show? But you guys are great. You guys are really great. And thank you for coming in on your Saturdays. We know, Sam, you work Monday through Friday for O&A, and Davey Mack, Monday through Friday for Ron and Fez. We know how hard you work. You guys come in on Saturdays. And trust me, you guys are doing great. You want to make us, like, how about the show's on like 5 days a week? Like, give us a show, like a full-time show. Oh, come on. Don't be silly. Like, we would have we would ask Rob Cross these things like, well, what give us more shows, make us a real deal. Like, I mean, we really are a show. We're getting paid for it. We're not just fucking interns, podcasting. We were all getting paid per show, but give us a real thing.
Hopefully they've gotten a lot cooler.
No, but it's just so strange because you're like, you are the one who's telling us that we're fucking great.
But then I can't give you
you know that I fucking run circles around every producer at SiriusXM. I've been fucking killing it on Ron and Fez show forever. I'm killing it on Opie and Anthony show. Sam and I have chemistry. You like the show.
You push it, yeah.
Yeah, like you like it. Make it happen. And anytime we would fucking have that conversation, he would look at us like we're like fucking two 14-year-olds. I'm like 29 at the time. It's like fucking like, hey asshole. Like I'm being serious here. XM serious. Anyway.
Well, thankfully you guys realize at this point you have wireless microphones and you can walk around. So you go out to the parking lot to get away from everybody who wants to kill you. You kind of recap. Sam has a decision.
Sam and I just decided, let's get we're the first show in the history of live gigs where we were banned from our own live gig, essentially.
Yeah, the plan of just staying at the table the whole time, out the window.
No way.
Sam has a moment.
We couldn't exist if we were staying on stage at our spot the entire time. No way.
And thankfully, Sam has a moment of like self-realization where he goes, everybody in there hates us. And you go, yeah, it turns out calling a beloved figure a pedophile the whole time might not have been the best move. And you guys go, we're going to throw it to break. And we'll be back after these messages. And you know what, Dave? I think we should do the same.
This is what I hate. The single biggest reason that I hate about human beings is everyone is so inconsistent. Everyone in the world's inconsistent. Everyone in the world is a hypocrite. You just change the rules constantly. Oh, yeah. Shit. Kendrick Lamar can call the fucking guy, can call Drake a pedophile for literally a year. On the Grammys, on the Super Bowl, on this and that. And yet you give him fucking awards. I do the same shit about Walter Day. Next thing you know, they want me fucking hung and quartered. And drawn and quartered.
Who would have thought the one unifying thing between the white supremacists and the fucking video game nerds was calling beloved hero Walter Day a pedophile? We'll let you listen to some of that live, and we'll see how you guys dealt with it during these brief messages.